Welcome, everybody. It's a Friday. Welcome, everyone, to the G3 podcast. Your gamers, geeks, and good times guys are here again. It's a Friday. Time to hang out with some friends, talk about fun stuff, talk about geeks and nerdy things. This is your host, BJG, along with, of course, my favorite co-panelists. Welcome. We're starting off with Captain Mike. Welcome, Captain. What's up?
Hey, what is happening, everybody? This is your captain speaking. And again, it's a Friday. Let's go celebrate the weekend through the G3 podcast.
Yeah. Welcome, Captain. And of course, everybody's favorite bigote, Noch is in the house wearing a cap. What's up, Noch? What's up, sir?
What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Cheers to that. Go.
Medyo, it looks like the whole week has taken a toll on everybody. Kamusta kayo, mga kaibigan? Kamusta kayo? Medyo taxing week. It's the thing is the world is in a very very unsettling place right now. So I hope everybody's having a good time. Kamusta kayo dyan? Saying hello to the people who are here in the chat room. First people, si Stanley. Oy, Stanley Oshitagun. Welcome. Hello.
Stanley, what's up?
Jake R. Blaso is also here. Evening to you too, sir. How's it going? Shout out po sa aking moderator na si John Alexi. Yeah, shout out to you, John Alexi. By Yoshitaku.
Hello.
Kamusta kayo, pare? We're taking a week, taken to a stroll by the week. Kamusta? Ano trip niyo dyan, pare?
Ako, I was out past few days now. I just celebrated 9 years with Babe, syempre.
Congratulations. Yes.
Also, by the way, shout out niya rin pala dun sa mga nanonood dun sa mga respective pages namin. Noch, BJG, Gory Gaming, Pop Mag, obviously kay Captain Mike, with Kim Kosim being on the podcast as well. You can obviously go directly to the G3 podcast if you wanna go interact more, pero we'll be reading your comments syempre dito sa ano natin. Other than that, I guess everything is okay sa end ko. Kayo ba? Ikaw, BJ, yung ngiti mo oh. Iba yung ngiti mo ngayon
Beautiful smile.
You wanna share us why?
I'm trying to be part of your Bishonen collection. So I have to look very attractive to the people, as best as I could. I just got home from the parents. I went back to my parents' house to have a dentist appointment, and similarly to you, it was also our anniversary last February 28th. So but apart from that, I'm starting a new diet. I'd like to announce it publicly to everybody, so it's official. So if this fucks up, it's my fault. All right. So I'm starting a new diet. I'm doing an after 8 thing. So absolutely nothing but water at 8 after 8 o'clock, and or if I want to drink something with taste, it has to be without sugar. So medyo,
So that's after eating like 4 packets of pancit canton over there.
Anong 4 packets? That's 5.
Sorry.
I think that was his last pancit canton. Para I felt like it was his last supper or something.
Hinuhura ko na. Hindi, that's how my brother and I would normally hang out kasi. So,
over pancit canton and corned beef.
Over pancit canton and food and games. So I had the time to spend time with my parents and my brother and the dogs. So yeah, I'm back here, back to reality with you guys. Go Noch. Ano pare? Maganda. Andiyan ka ba?
Dito.
Ayan. Ano, ikaw, kamusta?
Hindi lang ako maka-on ng camera.
Ganun ba? Sige, habang inaantay ka namin mag-reappear.
Ayan, nag-reappear na siya.
Ched Sidilia, hi. Hello.
Hey, Ched, hello.
Oh, by the way, hanggang ngayon, inaatake pa rin kami ng bangungot nung picture na pinadala mo sa kanya galing yun Naalala niyo yung picture na merong kamay na may
Yes.
Yung Halloween special natin.
That was our Halloween special and it's already March na. I can remember it.
It's still here. It's still here. So thank you for haunting us. JM Kalimoso, torn between watching here and VCT Women's Playoffs and Pinas team playing right now. Pare, kung anong tawag ng laman, so supportahan ka namin. Pero nandito lang kami.
He can watch that in silence, then can listen to us. How about that?
Yan. Total visual naman. It's just visual. No? Ayan na si Noch. Pare. Ganda ng cup mo. Ano yan? Ganda ng cup mo
Tagal ko na sinusuot ko eh.
Ngayon mo lang pinansin.
Ngayon ko lang ba napansin? Sorry. Hey, kumusta ka pare? Kamusta? How's the week for you, brother?
Okay naman. Up and down naman na. It's a week. Kaya nga, alam mo, kumukuha tayo ng konting lakas from our good friend Jack.
Yeah.
Yan. Minsan.
Johnny pala. Si Boss Johnny.
Boss Johnny.
may sayang yung plugging mo doon. Montik na eh. Ayan si Archie. Archie, what's up? Fellow Igop. What's up? Chino, kailan ka mag-ahit ng bigote mo?
Actually, iniisip ko nga mag-ahit eh. Teka. Parang gusto nga magiging malinis na lang.
Parang malabo yun, Brad. Yan! Soul patch.
Ayoko ng soul patch. Ito na lang.
Bakit ayaw mo na soul patch? Ayaw mo ba? That's an in thing now, man. Yan. Ba't ang baba ng boses niya? Well, you know, sabi nga ni Chino, it's a week, right? So, we're all entitled to some ups and downs.
Kasi, explain ko lang
Sige.
Isa sa mga rason kasi may nakita kasi akong Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle na reissue. 1988 toy na reissue. It was hindi pa siya nabubuksan. And I saw Leonardo. Sabi ko, na 400 pesos lang mga kaibigan. 400 pesos lang, believe it or not. So, kinontak ko siya, available pa naman daw. Putang labo ng tao. Kanina pa ako, hindi siya nag-reply sa akin. Tapos ang reply niya, hindi kami nagkaintindihan. So, medyo umiinit ulo ko sa kanya. Ang sabi ko, 400, diba? Sabi niya sa akin, boss, baka pwede ka magdagdag. Sabi ko, akala ko ba 400? Tapos, ang sabi niya bigla, hindi po, 400 plus shipping fee. Sabi ko, hindi ba yun yung hindi ko alam eh. So, sinabi ko lang sa kanya, okay, yes, ako na bahala sa shipping fee. Pwede ba GCash yung payment?
Okay.
Hanggang ngayon hindi pa rin siya nag-reply. Naiinis na ako eh. Gusto ko na i-display sa tabi ni Femto pati ni Goku eh.
Huwag kang mag-alala. Yung mga ganyang seller may araw din. Pare, make a sale, man. Ang labo naman nun. Di ba nga 400 nga? 400 plus shipping. Di ibig sabihin 400 nga ang presyo.
Di ba? Yun nga. Hopefully authentic. Mukhang authentic naman eh. It's a reissue. Pero mga reissues naman, hindi naman ganun kamahal eh. Diba? So,
right. Okay, unless it's the first, mold. Diba? Pero 400, that's a good price, pare.
Very good price actually. Diba?
But at the cost of?
At the cost of init ng ulo ko, pati ang gulo niya. Sa Malabon lang ngayon putya na naman, wala pang 200 ng delivery. So tayo na shipping. Yung shipping fee daw 1,500. Puta, wag na.
Parang lugi ka doon.
Sa alagang 400, iinit ang gulo mo. Mama na.
Pag sinabi niya sa akin na hindi raw pwede ng GCash, add pa po kayo kahit 400 lang. Ito, hindi ko naiintindihan yung pinag-sabi niya.
Wait. What the hell? Add po,
400 shipping.
This is what makes us all human, ladies and gentlemen, because we're very patient people. I know that for a fact. But
kanina pa umaga to
Umaga pa yan?
Kanina pa umaga to.
Tragis. Well, we just have a very low tolerance for stupid bullshit.
Ay nako. Add pa po kayo kahit 400 lang. So magiging 800? Dalawang figures na bibiling ko. Isa nga lang ko eh.
Perhaps, mag-add na po kayo kahit 400 lang yung presyo. Pwede ba yun?
Hindi sana hindi 400 nilista niya doon. Anyway, add pa po kayo cash. Anyway, huwag natin sirain yung podcast.
Right. Sabi ni Archie, China, benta ko sa'yo bro, Spider-Man's ko, 50 peso shipping fee, 50 friendship fee, 7,000. Yan. Sige, sirain pa natin yung araw.
Puta. Alam mo,
galing yung 7,000?
okay lang. Bibiling ko yan, pero wag mo na i-ship. Pupuntahan kita bukas. Pupuntahan kita bukas. Oh.
Pick up na.
Ito, tinan mo, sabi niya, 400 plus cash plus SF po. Shipping fee.
Matindi ngayon, ha?
Wala na, putang ina niya. Anyway, sorry to,
Let's get back to happiness.
Let's get back. Oh.
Ito, pinagpapasalamat ko lang na we have something like this because we all have our own personal troubles, and this is how adulting is, and it's affecting everybody. But hey, once in a while, every Friday, we get to hang out with you guys and talk about some stuff that we do enjoy that will hopefully bring our moods and yours up as well. Starting off with, of course, some of the stuff that we picked up over the week, things that happened in nerd communities and geek communities everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kickstart the show by starting with the G3 news. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, ito, something happy. Something happy for fans out there, right? In an article, Full Metal Alchemist gets 2 more live action films. In an article written on otakumode.com, iconic fantasy manga Full Metal Alchemist is getting 2 new live action films. Would you believe that? Subtitled Fukushima Scar, the Avenger. Fukushusha Scar the Avenger, and Saigo no Rensei, the Late Transmutation. The new films will open in Japan on May 20th and June 24, respectively. They are billed as the conclusion to the first live-action film, which was released in 2017. The following cast members are set to return: Yamada Ryosuke as Edward, Otomo Mizushi as Alphonse, Tsubasa Honda as Winry, and Dean Fujioka as Roy. Makenyu Arata will join them as Scar, a vigilante killer who hunted Ed early on in the story. His role was teased in a countdown that ended with the new films being announced as part of the franchise's 20th anniversary project. Full Metal Alchemist began in 2001 as a manga series by Hiromu Arakawa and going on to sell over 80 million volumes worldwide. For more information about this news and other details about the new upcoming 2 movies, head on over to otakumode.com/news and look for Full Metal Alchemist gets 2 more live action films. That's news number 1 for the G3 news. Up next, something that's equally fun, subjectively, fun for some people. Ladies and gentlemen, there was another update to the whole Activision acquisition. Activision Blizzard is being sued by a shareholder over the Microsoft deal. In an article written on GameDeveloper.com by Chris Kerr, news editor, March 1st, Activision Blizzard is being sued by a shareholder over alleged Securities and Exchange Act violations relating to Microsoft's proposed $68.7 billion purchase of the company. As reported by Polygon, shareholder Kyle Watson filed a lawsuit against the publisher on February 24th, 2022, claiming Microsoft deal is unfair for a number of reasons and has only been pursued so as the board can procure for themselves and senior management significant and immediate benefits. In short, fattening the wallet. Watson also alleges the company's SEC filing, which details the transaction, is materially misleading and incomplete, and therefore violates the Exchange Act. The suit specifically claims the SEC filing is a missing information relating to the ad hoc committee that oversaw the sale. It also raises concerns about potential conflicts of interest and alleges the Microsoft sale is not in the best interest of Activision Blizzard, Watson himself, or company stockholders, but notes the deal will produce lucrative benefits for Activision Blizzard's officers and directors. Whew, what a heavy turn of events. For more information about this news, head on over to gamedeveloper.com/business/Activision Blizzard is being sued by a shareholder by Chris Kerr. That's news number 2. And moving on to the final interesting bit of news that we found circulating the interwebs From an article of from thegamer.com, it writes Nintendo is already blocking videos that show emulation on Steam Deck. Whew, we just talked about Nintendo and emulation last time. It says here in an article by Josh Coulson, people are already showing off the Steam Deck's emulation potential, and Nintendo is already trying to stop them. The Steam Deck has officially arrived, and Valve will be hoping it shakes up not only the handheld gaming world, but also the way people use and play PC games, as now they can do it on the go. Speaking of the handheld world, wading into it at this particular moment in time is an incredibly brave thing to do. The Nintendo Switch has now sold more than 103 million consoles, not a number the Steam Deck will be looking to match, but it still must be pretty daunting to go up against a Nintendo heavyweight. It turns out Nintendo might be a little intimidated too, not because it thinks the Steam Deck will be taking Switch sales away, but because people are already emulating Nintendo games on the industry's newest console. As highlighted by Dex3108 on Reset Era, a video posted by Fox, PHAWX, on YouTube showing how well the deck can emulate Nintendo titles has already been removed on copyright grounds. Nintendo being the ones to come after people using Steam Decks to emulate games first, and so soon after the console launch, is no surprise. The company doesn't tend to play well with others, especially if those others don't have permission to do so and risk taking money out of Big Mario's pockets. Just last month, Gary Bowser, as reported by Noch, was given jail time for hacking Switch consoles, and Nintendo thanked the FBI for its work on the case. For more information about this huge blockage, check out thegamer.com/Nintendo blocking Steam Deck emulation article written by Josh Coulson. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the news that was worthy of our attention last week that happened this week. What do you guys think? Starting off with Full Metal Alchemist, I know Captain Mike is a huge fan.
Yes.
So, Cap, what do you think about the whole new release? Now, it gets two more. It gets two more live action adaptations. So what can you say about that?
Ako, excited ako kasi I saw the image of Scar dun sa trailer, no. It's on the website of Warner Brothers Japan. They retained the usual characters, and parang from the way I see the trailers, no, parang dinugtong nila dun sa Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So talagang it's fitting na magkaroon pa ng 2 additional movies. I like the effects on how it looks so far. Syempre, iba pa rin pag nakita mo na talaga yung actual movie. It's a good sign na there are a lot of people who like the film, the first film, and obviously ask for more. Diba? Tapos dalawa pa yon. It's gonna be in May and June respectively. So tapos nakita ko rin yung poster. I mean, ang ganda ng response sa mga tao dito, no? Like including myself. And I want to see how will they use yung plot from the Brotherhood anime to the movie itself.
Well, how was your reception of the first one? That's the thing. Did it do what you just said? Like, was it adapted well? Or?
Para sa akin, it was adapted well naman. Is it nakita ko parang ako kasi when I watch movies, gusto ko kasi na kung ano yung nandun sa anime, hopefully makikita nila, mapicture nila in real life. If you're going to compare it with the other animes that turned into movies, hindi siya yung top pick ko eh. Pero kung akong tatanungin, it met my expectations na gusto kong magkaroon din siya ng second and third movies.
Nice. Ikaw, Noch, we were talking about this actually 3 of us were talking about this last night.
Yes.
And we were discussing, anime adaptations. How did this news make you feel about first of all, the whole Full Metal Alchemist franchise, as well as, anime adaptations into movies in general are concerned?
Ako kasi I'm more into the manga versions
Mm.
and no na tinapos ko yung Full Metal Alchemist na manga and I love the story, no. And seeing it live action, syempre maganda rin siya. Of course, katulad ng pinag-usapan kasi natin is there's a high level of expectation to be that has
Na-mute ka yata bigla, pare.
sorry. There's a high level of expectation dito lalo na sa mga live adaptations of anime or manga, no. Similarly like sa Rurouni Kenshin, or better known here sa Philippines sa Samurai X. Ang ganda lang ng pagka-depict ni Kenshin Himura doon. And for those who knew the anime, who read the manga, and who are very familiar with the story, marami na iba. May mga natanggal. As we all know, di ba? Si Shishio lang naman, yung story ni Shishio lang naman, yung art ni Shishio and ni Batusai basically is yung pinalabas. Pero there were a lot more stories. Pero
right.
the way that they handled it was very, very artful.
Oh yeah.
It stayed true somehow. It stayed true somehow to the characters' personalities. Pero they moved away from the anime-ish action and made it more realistic, so to speak. No, I mean, walang makakatakbo katulad ni Kenshin Himura, no, or makakaikot-ikot ng ganon, unless parkour ka. Nagpa-parkour ka, but still, they made it so somehow realistic to the eyes, lalo sa mga samurai fans, no. And with Full Metal Alchemist, alam naman natin that this is magic. No, this is magic, this is alchemy, fantasy, and there are a lot of CGI effects, visual effects that's bound to happen. Lalo na sa first movie, di ba? Nakita naman natin yun. And sabi nga ni Cap, I totally agree. With these two movies coming up, it just means that the demand was very high.
Right.
It was successful. We won't be able to please everyone. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But definitely for fans of the anime and of the manga, they saw something. And
right.
There you go. Ako, I haven't watched it yet, even the first one. But I am willing to do that. I'm willing. Hindi naman sa pinipilit ko sarili ko, no? Pero I do want to watch it. I do want to watch it.
Yun. Sikap yun ang umersa magpapanood sa amin. Pinipilit
sikap,
mo kami.
Sikap lahat. I do want to watch it. Ito hindi, I just can't get around to it. Kahit nga yung Samurai X, I haven't even finished. Nasa pangalawa pa lang ako. And it was released like last year pa.
Fucking
there are 2 more movies that I have to watch. Diba? So, well, actually, technically, there's 3. Diba? The third movie and the beginning and the end. So, I'll get around to it. Pero it's a welcome sight, definitely, to see these live adaptations. Pero, ito lang sasabihin ko, hayaan nyo ng mga Japanese gumawa. Yeah. Huwag natin ipilit i-westernize. Huwag natin ipilit,
Thank you.
You can, makakapagbasa ka naman ng subtitles, diba? I mean, let's leave the Dragon Ball Evolution story out the door and, tanggalin na natin si Goku sa mga utak natin. And kung gusto na maglaga live adaptation ng Dragon Ball, let's let the Japanese do it. They do it better.
Thank you for saying that. I've been saying that for the longest time. I mean, talagang binanggit mo pa yung Dragon Ball Evolution. That's my Cole Young, by the way. that's my Mortal Kombat 11.
Cole Young fucking sucks.
Fucking sucks. Huh? Wala salamin ko dito. But yeah, I agree with you. Let the Japanese people do it. I mean, they do it well. And although we've watched the first, Full Metal Alchemist movie, sabi nga ni Chino, just to use his words, it wasn't really my cup of tea. But Rurouni Kenshin definitely was. So much so that yan talagang idol ko eh. Talagang pinaka-idol.
Si Bugs Bunny, addict. Si Bugs Bunny nag-addict.
Si Si King Tut nung nagshabu. alam mo bulok-bulok na to, tong Shishio mask na
Mukha
ginawa.
nga eh.
Pero puti din tinatapon pare. And I
Di pa
didn't
nilalabhan?
even ha?
Di pa
Hindi.
nilalabhan?
Bakit? Hindi, bakit? Nandito pa lahat ng libag ko. Pero naluma na kasi, but you have to let the creators, do it. You have to let the creators do it and like give them a free hand. I mean, with all due respect to Cowboy Bebop and all the other westernized adaptations, most of the success are coming from Japanese made TV. Pero like what I was saying last night, Rurouni Kenshin set the bar so high that a lot of people are expecting, other adaptations to be just as good or even better. So, I really hope that they do it well. Sabi ni Archie, just to read the comments, Jojo was a letdown. Yo, I agree.
Actually, maraming live adaptations na hindi naging maganda. Totally honestly, sobrang dami. Pero may mga magaganda rin naman. If you watch Battle Royale, mga kaibigan, if you watch the original Battle Royale, the original one, that came from a manga, guys, and putik. Man, I was so hooked in the movie. I watched the second one. Not as good, pero okay naman. Basahin niyo yung manga, pare. Solid yun.
Palpang ko na nga to.
Sige na, sir.
Labhan mo.
Hindi kasi para siyang may hydrocephalus eh. Tamo. Alam ko sunog lang siya eh. Bakit meron siyang deformation? But anyway, that we really look forward to it. I hope that we wish the movie success, and I hope that we get to see better and better movie adaptation, live action adaptations at that. Even Pokemon. Pokemon was entertaining. At the most.
Actually. Surprisingly, the Pokemon adaptation, the Detective Pikachu, they westernized the shit out of that. Pero putang ina pare. I watched it twice and I like it every time I do. It's your gritty noir like Pokemon story that's steered away from the normal Pokemon stories that we know. Ang ganda lang ng pagkagawa, no? Ang ganda ng pagkagawa, and I didn't really nung first time kong panoorin, I didn't really expect that it was a ditto. Alam mo yun, I mean, if you guys watched it, if you haven't and I spoiled it for you, well, sucks to be you. Pero yun nga, that I like. Pero you can only have it so good, no?
Right.
It would be better siguro sa Japanese, pero I like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I think they got the story from the very first movie where it's Mewtwo eh. So, that's where the stories are.
Ito pa. The Fist of the North Star adaptation. That was hella westernized. And nagmukha lang Mad Max instead of Fist of the
Yun. Thank you.
Come on. Man.
It makes the Shishio mask look pristine.
Nagmukhang Mad Max eh. So, totoo lang I did feel, nung napanood ko siya, hindi ko siya tinapos and I didn't feel
what?
That the power of the 1-inch punch.
What fucking power? It turned into a goddamn you're already dead. What? Putang ina.
Tapos sasabi, you're already, huh?
What?
Ano nangyari? Hindi naman nangyari sa manga yun.
Dapat nga isunod natin yan. Sa bagay, nandiyan na si Trickster. Isunod nga natin yung panoorin kasi we would do reruns of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 1995. Idagdag nga natin yung Hook Tunukin. Para lang mambwisit lang tayo ng araw natin sa isa't isa. Sabi ni Raven Eyes, welcome dude. What's up, man? Yan
hello.
na hindi mo kang cosplay movie. Yeah. True. Mortal Kombat movie had the best cast. Yes, it sucks. The best of all the things. Myers na washed up na yan, sabi ni Archie. All right, well, we could talk about this more, but I wanna move on to something that's really interesting. In the video gaming world, Activision is getting sued again. Is getting sued right before the merger gets completed because they were lining up their pockets, so to speak. I know this has been going on for quite some time, and really, I've never been a fan of the entire acquisition, although I'm excited about what could possibly happen. But given the history behind the company, Activision Blizzard, medyo medyo questionable na. Pero sa ano ba sa tingin niyo? Simulan naman natin ngayon dito kay Noch, pare.
Sobrang dami ng drama ng Activision Blizzard. So grabe. From last year, actually 2020 pa nga lang yan eh. Puta, dami ng drama eh. I mean, although I do understand, no? Shareholder ka eh. At malalaman mo na lang, puta, bebenta na pala yung kumpanya na ina-investan ko. Shit! Na hindi mo alam. Pero hindi ka ba dapat maging masaya kasi kikita ka?
Right.
Yun nga lang, mawawala investment mo.
True.
Pero kikita ka. I'm not sure how they do it. No? Pag binenta ba yan, for example, natuloy na yung acquisition ni Microsoft, yung mga shareholders definitely mawawala din lahat yan. Tama ba? Ganun na mangyayari? O hindi? Depende kung percentage lang yung binili.
It will be liquidated because it goes under new ownership. So your original stockholders are no longer original stockholders of the company that was sold. Liquidated na yun. Wala na yun.
Okay.
Unless you want to invest there again.
Pero dapat may mga buyouts na mangyayari dyan, di ba?
That's the thing. No buyouts were mentioned. Right?
Exactly. So
as an
yung
investor, yun yung point. Parang he was taken out of the equation. The investors were taken out of the equation. It's just that they sold it so that the CEOs can make a few extra bucks over the entire thing.
Actually, they sold it dahil sa sobrang daming katarantaduan ng Blizzard. Yung acquisition ng Blizzard, yung merger ng Activision and Blizzard, guys. Sa totoo lang, Blizzard lang naman talaga na-retain talaga dun eh. And pati yung katarantaduan nila was retained. And I think the reason behind the sale was, they didn't want to do with it. They didn't want to deal with it anymore. They're losing a lot of money per year. Puta, tuloy-tuloy yung kaso nila. And kung ikaw, bugbog ka na sa kaso, and there you have a lot of interest. Sabi kasi, di ba, marami palang gustong bumili. And apparently, the CEO planned this all along. Or mukhang he planned it. Mukhang he's planning to do it.
Ayun na nga. So it was really, it's been cooking for quite some time, and it did not take into account shareholder confidence, just to be frank about it. Ikaw, Captain Mike, again recently, he streamed StarCraft, we played StarCraft, and I'm really relegating. Ang sagot lang na doon, habulang gahasa lang na StarCraft. But I really relegate all the problems sa katarantaduhan to Activision, because Blizzard on its own, as a Blizzard fan, did not happen until Activision happened. Pero ikaw, what's your take on the whole thing? Them getting sued.
I think this is ang sabi din kasi doon sa report, they intend to close the deal by hopefully June 2023. So between now and 2023, it's gonna be a tug of war eh. Will Activision Blizzard will say yes to the deal? Will they say no to the deal? Hindi ko alam, hindi ko magets pa rin kung bakit kailangan pa nila mag-throw in ng case. Na sinasabi nila na para si ikabubuti lang daw kasi ng limited few eh. Which pertains
kasi
to...
let me explain this. Kasi Cap, ganito nangyayari yan. Binenta nung mga executives, ng board basically, binenta ng board yung Activision Blizzard to Microsoft.
Okay.
Although hindi pa finalized kasi it's going to go through a whole lot of process, 1 year worth of process, just to check all the assets, finances, lahat-lahat yan. Pero it will, with knowing Microsoft and knowing how big this is, it will eventually be finalized and approved, and yun lang, that's it. Ang problema kasi dyan, Cap, is you as a shareholder, you as a stockholder, you did not have a say on that. Wala.
Okay.
Ang problema, although hindi binanggit kung gaano kalaki yung share niya, diba? Pero definitely, the bigger shares went to the board. Diba?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely yun. Let's say mga 60-40. 60% went to the owners, original owners, the creators, the CEOs, the CEO, and 40% of that were for the shareholders. Okay. Yun nga lang kasi, you could have had a bit more money if you're a shareholder kung sinama ka sa deal.
I think they were blindsided by the whole thing.
Exactly. Supposedly dapat to make it all good and everything, there should be a buyout that's going to be happening. Ibig sabihin, babayarin yung mga shareholders. Bebenta na namin yung kumpanya na to, ito yung mga shares nyo. Bang, 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 bang.
Right. Plus interest,
Plus interest. Tapos na, pasensya na, no? Kasi may damage din yan eh. May damage ensued. Unfortunately, mukhang hindi nangyari yun. Kasi sinabi na lang, babenta na namin to, salpak sa public, boom.
Right. Wala ka na magagawa. As a shareholder, public, it was publicized, right?
At hindi lang yun, wala ka talaga magagawa kasi mas malaki yung shares nila in percentage kaya sa'yo. So you have nothing, wala kang magagawa doon. Pero you can fight it. Yun nga lang, wala kang magagawa doon.
It could be a publicity stunt for all we know.
That's really taking the hit here are the fans. All of these hullabaloo, all of this shit happening, going around Activision, Blizzard, and all that. The people are really taking the hit, the fans, because nothing gets made, nothing gets done, nothing gets addressed, nothing is being made better. We have something to look forward to, and that's Diablo 4. But what else, right? And I think it has become more of a corporation than that of a real gaming company. The creatives who are behind it parang nawalan na ng essence, and to me that really turned me off. As a huge fan of Blizzard from way back, turned me off really
actually bad. If you guys remember, what was the latest release of Blizzard aside from the Diablo remake? And
they were looking for diba? Developers in stuff for this upcoming
they released the World of Warcraft expansion like last year. Kasama na rin yung Diablo 2 remake. Which was crappy.
Warcraft Classic.
Warcraft Classic.
No, so sorry. Warcraft 3 Reforged. Yun yung garbage.
Which was garbage. And Diablo 2 remake, which was also garbage because of the servers.
Right. Kasi parang tingnan mo, what happened, right? So yeah, sabi nga ni Almond, interesado ako dun sa King Candy Crush lang sa kalang. Well,
Candy Crush, pag mahilig sa Candy Crush, mahilig sa Fushigi Yugi yun. Ew. Bitch.
Binabalikan ka.
Bitch. Pag mahilig sa Candy Crush, mahilig sa Fushigi Yugi yun, bitch.
pero tama ka eh. The last thing that they released, actually the last new thing they did,
they didn't release anything. Kahit na Overwatch 2, wala pa eh.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 wasn't even released.
Even Diablo Immortal hasn't been released yet.
Exactly. Overwatch 2 cries in the corner as it's forgotten. Yes, it's now. Sabi nga lang anak kong panganay, she said that, my daughter said that Overwatch is a dead game. And this is what you get, corporate people.
Yeah, remember the creative director of Overwatch left.
Right.
Yeah.
Let alone Heroes of the Storm, who, nabalitaan niyo ba yan? They took devs and creatives from Heroes of the Storm and they moved them out.
You know,
leaving the game to be just forgotten. It's
Heroes
just
of the
sad.
Storm was a great idea. Sobrang daming characters. So, I mean, Blizzard alone has a lot of characters. Bring in Activision's character. Bring Activision's IP. Sobrang dami dyan na pwede nilang gamitin, di ba? I mean,
Yeah.
I can't say it would defeat Dota, erase Dota, or even Mobile Legends here in the Philippines.
No, but that would
Pero
have been a
it
great
would be a
alternative.
great alternative. It would be a great game, diba? Pero wala eh. They decided to focus on the card game and the remakes without proper
the money.
stability and the money. Right.
It's sad, no? Pinatakbo nilang hedge fund.
Sabi ni Riven, ay hindi na pala, ikaw na lang Candy Crush. Ayoko nga ng Candy Crush.
biglang hindi na pala eh.
4K, motherfucking bitches.
Candy Crush Saga, Soda Edition.
Puta, StarCraft Ghost. That's another game. Alam mo, that's another game.
Oh, shit.
Sadly, tangilang ganda sana na, no?
That was an N64. That was
Stealth
during
game,
the N64 times na hindi natuloy. It would have been a great
Stealth
game.
They were focused on they haven't get the job done na. Tapos meron pa silang corporate disputes.
Na lalong they focus their money?
Yun na nga eh.
World of Warcraft.
They should be doing something about this bago magkaroon ng acquisition eh. And
so totoo lang, they don't need to do that. Wala na. Wag na.
Ito nga sinasabi ko.
Tapos
okay.
Kung ang tunay na objective mo ay pera, walang ikaw uunlad. Kasi pera-pera lang. Walang ikaw uunlad. Kahit
kaya
na
nga, sakto yan. Ibigay na nila kay Microsoft. Microsoft can do shit wonders. They can do wonders. Definitely. Putang ina. Ewan ko. I mean, I have high hopes for Microsoft. Blizzard was one of the greatest game developers in our time. Lalo na sa release. Even the first release of Warcraft. Nung dinala nila yung Warcraft sa consoles, putang ina, wild! Who would have thought you're gonna play Warcraft in the console, di ba? Pero putang ina, iba eh. Pero, True Colors, lumabas yan, and that's what's done is done. Just bring it to Microsoft. Microsoft has a lot of plans for it, I'm sure. Katulad ng marami silang plano for Bethesda. True. Sadly, Ghostwire Tokyo, last Bethesda game ever to be exclusive for the PlayStation. But sobrang daming mangyayari for Bethesda. Starfield, guys. Starfield.
Right. So that's for Microsoft. And talking about alternatives, ito si Cap, he's been a proponent of the Steam Deck. He's always bringing that up, and we'd have to agree it's such a great piece of tech. But unfortunately, Microsoft is getting their hands in and sticking their finger into the emulation scene again because they're blocking vids, man. They're blocking
Microsoft,
vids.
Nintendo.
Sorry, Nintendo. Nintendo. Nintendo is getting their fingers stuck in the emulation pie again as they're blocking videos of emulation on the Steam Deck, which happens to be emulating Nintendo games really well. Just to keep this briefly, I would think that it is very unsafe for Stream Deck to be associated with that right now as of the moment. Yes, it's a cool way to feature their skills. The capabilities of the machine of the console. But if you catch Nintendo's attention the wrong way, well, we didn't have a news flash for nothing last time. Tandaan niya. Si Mr. Bowser might be just the next Stream Deck. Kayo ba pare? Ikaw Cap. Anong palagay mo rito?
Emulation for me pa rin is at one point it's a good thing pero kasi obviously with the legal repercussions and all please wag niyo na muna ilagay sa Steam Deck yan, baka mamaya magkaroon pa ng clash si Valve at saka si Valve at saka si Nintendo just because of this. Obviously the Steam Deck as a portable parang PC na rin yan to some extent. can do obviously more than what your ordinary Nintendo Switch can do. So, para sa akin, wag na muna nilang pakialaman yun. They should, ito rin kasing mga tao curious din yan eh. Ito na ba yung, may nagsabi pa dun sa isang nabasa ko online na, is this the perfect emulation machine we're looking for, di ba?
Yes, it is.
It is.
So
Pero,
fucking I can't play PlayStation Portable. Portable again.
Oo, so,
Diba? Shit.
yes, ang ano ko naman dito, on the other side of the coin, I know it's a long shot, pero I wish Nintendo and PlayStation would just, let it, ibigay lang nila kung kakayanin ng Steam Deck yung
Yeah,
yung mga
but
games.
you can always continue to wish, Captain. I mean, the whole point is that they're making money at the old games, and even they are doing emulations, or they're doing emulations on the Switch right now.
Sa totoo lang, ang problema talaga Nintendo isn't really on piracy. It's really the whole emulation. Kasi ito yan in the industry, in the streaming industry, lalo na sa Pilipinas, lalo na pag console streaming, it's being frowned upon pag nag-stream ka ng pirated.
Until now?
Wait lang.
Okay. Sige.
Mga ganyan, di ba? Ano yan? Pero of course, there's a loophole to that. Kasi let's say, for example, nung time ko sa game ako, kasi we had this agreement. We can only stream retro games if we have a copy of it. And with game ako kasi, they have a huge retro game library spanning from PS1, PS3, kahit nga PlayStation Portable meron. So we were able to do that. We streamed Suikoden, Monster Rancher. We use emulators, no? With Nintendo kasi, may nakita kasi yung post na this streamer apparently has a big library of Nintendo games. He has Nintendo Switch games. He had like 3DS games, Super Nintendo games, na nasa box pa. And he had this library. And basically, ang ginagawa niya lang is he has Steam Deck and he was just showing the capabilities. The emulation capabilities. And basically, he should be allowed to do that kasi yung nalaro niya ng Metroid, he has a copy.
Right. He has
and,
it.
Ang problema kasi is there are other people that don't believe that emulation for some is actually you're digitalizing. You're digitalizing memories. You're digitalizing games that you can't even play right now kasi wala nang copies or kung meron man, pucha mahal. Not everyone can, shell out like 10,000 pesos just for a copy of Suikoden na hindi pa mint.
Here we go.
Diba?
Suikoden, yes.
Suikoden na naman. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang is you can't stop people from emulation. From emulating rather. Kasi it's preservation.
True.
The real idea here is preservation.
Amen.
Unfortunately, si Nintendo, hindi niya naiisip yun. It's also because kumikita pa rin sila dito because of the Nintendo Switch Online. Now, kung makikita niyo yung mga if you're a fan of emulation and you emulated a lot of games, you would know na lahat naman tong mga games na it's basically for free. The software's for free, the ROMs are for free. Ang hindi lang for free is jailbreaking.
True.
Jailbreaking on consoles. That's not for free. Kasi that's moderation. That modifications. So you have chips and whatever additional equipment, hardware, whatever. No.
Mm.
Yun. I agree with that. Sige, go. Tanggalin mo na yan kung gusto mo. Pero with emulation, it's all for free. No one's earning from it. Diba? It's freeware. Unfortunately, with Nintendo kasi, kung pagpatuloy-patuloy yung freeware, wala nang bibili ng Nintendo Switch online.
Right.
Diba? That's the thing. PlayStation, hindi na nila papakailaman. Hindi na.
Yeah, I've never heard of a PlayStation crackdown on PS emulation. You know,
Mas grabe pa nga sa kanila eh. PS1 pa lang, jailbreak na sa Asia. I mean, Hong Kong alone, if you buy a PlayStation 1 na na brand new, automatic, modified.
Oh,
jailbroken. Diba? And you know,
true.
Sony didn't bat an eye. Alam mo bakit? Kasi there are still a lot of there are more people willing to buy authentic games just for a collection. Kahit nga ngayon sa PS4, ang daming jailbroken PS4 dyan. Pero bilangin mo yung mga jailbroken dun sa mga bumibili ng original CDs.
Marami pa rin
nag-offer diba? Sa digital alone, ang laki na ng kinikita nila eh. Lalo na itong pandemic.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, get over yourselves, Nintendo.
Yeah, that's Manong Johnny talking already. Ito lang yun. Like I said, maraming mag-jailbreak. Kahit sa Nintendo Switch, maraming jailbroken switches. Right.
Yun nga lang, yung first release lang. Mas marami pa rin ang willing mag-shell out ng 3,000 to 3,500 for a new Zelda game that never even touches a discounted price ever. Alam ko eh. Kasi matagal na ako naghahanap eh.
Diba?
Never. Diba? Mas marami pa rin. Isipin mo ako I'm a fan of emulation. Bumili ako ng Pokemon Legends Arceus for 3,000 pesos. Kasi I want it. Gusto ko yung game eh.
Right.
Diba? But I can easily get a Yuzu emulator. And meron na nga sa Suki
Dolphin.
nating, diba? It's Dolphin. Well, Dolphin is more Wii and GameCube.
No, but they have a Dolphin. Tama. Dolphin pala is for Wii and GameCube, but it can emulate Switch games to play.
Actually, meron na nga Pokemon Legends Arceus sa Suki nating tindahan. I've been checking.
Totoo ba?
Oh.
Wow.
And it plays well, Plays really well. But then again, hindi lahat ng tao gagawin. There are still a lot more people that would invest. Almond alone invested a lot in DVDs, in CDs, na hindi pa naman niya nabubuksan.
Right.
Pero pa nga siyang Marvel vs. Capcom 2 hindi pa bukas. Diba? I mean, collectors, gamers, marami pa rin dyan. Kaya, Nintendo is business/gaming. That's basically it.
True. And you know what happens when you mix too many corporate cogs into the gaming wheel, so to speak? You know, it's very damaging to a lot of people. I'm a huge proponent of emulation. And Raven brought up something very interesting here. He said that yes, PlayStation lost the battle against Bleem. Best little emulation emulator ever made. And yes, and they lost it because they were, apart from Apple, because it was Apple supported. It was Steve Jobs who promoted it. And yes, it's because it's for accessibility and digital archiving. That's what I'm here for. And hopefully this turns out to be good for Steam Deck. It was unnecessary if you ask me, because it wasn't being emulated for the sake of enjoying the emulation. It was showing the emulation capabilities of the Steam Deck. So I hope it doesn't escalate further than that. I really do.
Ito, actually, sinabi ni Almond, may lalaban sa Steam Deck. Yung Yuli Prime Deck, guys, nalalabas na yan. Abangan nyo. May mga games dito.
Fully digital yun.
God of War Ragnarok, malalaro mo na dito. Problema, may marinig kang mga magtatawanan sa background, tapos may mga naglalakad-lakad.
Tapos yung quick time niya, para may tatayong tao. Yun ang alam ko doon.
Pero malalaro mo yung Ragnarok.
Basta ganun. All right. Well, those are the news that we covered this week. We spent a lot of time discussing it simply because it mattered to us. And these news bits that we gather for you guys are not just the things that we think are important, not just things that it'll make waves, but it also matters to us because every single thing that we cover here, it's something that we go through, individually and as a team. But before I move on to the next segment, I just want to take this opportunity to talk about something that's really pressing. No, the world, as I mentioned, is not being in a good place. And it was actually brought to us by Chino. And it's very important for us to acknowledge the fact that there is a war going on right now, right at the door, at the tail end of the freaking pandemic. War breaks out in Europe. And we send our support. We send our support to everybody who's lost a loved one, who's going through hardship right now. Actually, the whole world is affected by this. And we're just here in behalf of G. We just want to say that we are supporting you. We're right behind you. And we would love to help out by doing a little something for you guys that are joining us today. Noch, you want to tell them about it? Seryoso ni. The wire. So we're gonna give out something to you guys, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Well, I'm sure you're all aware that Ukraine is currently in a situation, in a situation right now, and marami nang nangyari. And alam naman natin na we aren't able to go directly there and help, but in our little ways we can. So just recently, the developers of I think it's 11 Studios, the developers of the game, this game called This War Is Mine. They for 7 days. This War of Mine rather. This War of Mine. For 7 days, they put a discount on This War of Mine. And all proceeds of that game for whoever buys it will go directly to the Ukraine Red Cross in support, of course, of all the victims and their families. So in honor of that, we are giving away 3 copies. Ayaw magsabi ng number.
Yeah, we're giving away 3 copies of This War of Mine to everybody here in the chat right now. So we're going to be picking you guys randomly. This is our way, as Chino mentioned, one of the ways that we can help out, diba? With the situation.
DJ, ito actually naisip ko lang ngayon, and I hope you guys, everyone understands, no. But if hopefully mag-reach naman tayo ng medyo significant numbers, para at least medyo maraming makasali. Kasi if not, we will still be giving this away, but in a different manner. In a different way. So tignan natin yung last numbers. Again, guys, we don't really look at the numbers that are being the numbers viewed, no. Pero definitely for something like this, lalo na pag giveaways and because of this, this is being a donation of some sort. Hopefully, marami pa rin makapasok and marami pa rin magkaroon ng chance to have this. Because I play this game, and the game is great. Despite its very sad setting. No, but yeah. Again, regardless if we're going to give it here on our podcast or in another way, we will definitely give away this 3 copies of This War of Mine. So.
Yeah. So please feel free to share it. Share it to your friends. Do it for a cause. We're supporting Ukraine, and I think Captain Mike is going to give us what needs to be done for you to try to get your hands on. On This War of Mine.
To get a hands on this game, we would like to dapat naka-follow kayo sa page ng G3 Podcast. Dapat naka-like din kayo dun sa post. And I guess I would put the hashtag Stop the War.
Fuck the war. The hashtag of the developers is Fuck the War. So let's use that.
Yeah.
Fuck the war and hashtag Ukraine. Yeah.
So, ano,
Yun lang. Yung dalawa lang yan.
yung mismong ano na yun?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you Mike will type it in there. So again, please like the G page. Share the stream if you can. And also add in hashtag fuck the war and hashtag Ukraine.
Oo. So,
Um,
yun.
yeah.
Must be, dapat naka-like kayo doon sa page, naka-follow kayo sa page, and then obviously, text and hashtag fuck the war, hashtag Ukraine.
Yep,
To show
yep.
support, no? We're not just doing it lang for fun. We're showing this one kasi to show support dun sa developers na nakaisip netong to give the proceeds
Yeah.
to Hurricane to
Definitely.
help for a good cause. So we're helping them out then too. So yun, yung magiging requirements. We will post it. It will it's pinned sa pin post. So feel free to join in the tapos we will raffle it off later on.
Again, I hope a lot more people could join in the fun.
Oh,
but also be aware of what's happening outside of our
Yeah, although we're gamers, although we like comic books with fight scenes in it, and battle scenes and all that, we do understand and we recognize that nothing good ever comes out of war. We do not support it. We do not even want it to happen. A war is just, at least speaking in behalf of the team, or at least speaking in behalf of myself only. Speaking for myself, war is a brute way of solving problems. It is probably one of the most mindless ways for you to solve a conflict. At the cost of no cause is ever great enough at the cost of the lives of others. It's stupid. Okay, I don't napaka if I am to be vulgar, more vulgar than we already are. Ang laking katangahan na you want to solve something by taking the life of another person. I mean, tanga ka ba? 'Di ba? I mean, for whatever reason it may be, no reason is great enough to cost human
harm.
life.
Oo.
And of course, our prayers go out to all of the refugees that have left Ukraine and moving on to other countries for them to feel safe. No one
deserves.
No one deserves to leave their home just so to feel safe.
True.
Yeah, so yeah, our prayers go out for them, and we also pray that this soon will end. Sana matapos na.
True. And this is where G3 stands, and we stand in support of the people of the Ukraine. We support the people who were devastated by the war, and for that, I guess we offer a full minute of silence to show our respect and our condolences to those who have been lost, to show our love for people who are out there. So again, just hashtag fuck the war and hashtag Ukraine, and we're going to be a full minute of silence just so that we can pay our respects to those people who are affected. Starting now. Ayun. So I hope you guys have said your little prayers and do whatever you can to support the people who are devastated by this war. And we don't want, can't we just get along is too optimistic. I suppose, but we do our little things. We do our own little way to share support to humanity. As geeks and as nerds as we are, it doesn't make us blind to whatever wrong is being done to the world. We all are part of it. So kahit hindi tayo affected by it, Diyos ko po, please. So sa mga may kotse pa lang, alam nyo na eh. Alam nyo na yung mangyayari sa yung mga may kotse dyan.
Ramdam kaya natin lahat yan. Diba?
Yeah.
But I actually have a Ukrainian friend. He's studying in London now. He's studying in London now. But of course, I asked him how his family was, and fortunately, he said they were safe. So.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, I mean, we're all in this together. I mean, as cliche and cheesy as it may sound, really.
Oh, pare.
May gera lang sa ibang bansa. We feel it here.
Correct. And it's very wrong to say that hindi naman tayo kasali diyan, malayo naman tayo. Yeah?
Oo, tangina. Paano pag pumunta dito?
So okay lang. Pag tayo naman ang nadali tapos walang tumulong sa atin at walang di ba galit tayo?
Kung hindi niyo alam guys, ang Russia and ang China, they're going against NATO.
Yeah. That's the whole partnership. Well, it's not an official alliance. It's the relationship stops short of an official alliance. But where do you think? Why do you think there's a similarity somewhere? No? So
alam niyo kung gaano tayo kalapit kay China. We have very close ties, unfortunately. But anyway, thank you, BJ Cap. Thank you for honoring this request. It's something that we have to do. No,
right.
It's something that we have to do as human beings. So let's go back.
Yeah. Now again, this whole episode is all about finding the good things in life. We're talking about looking at as fucked as this year was when it started, right? We're at the tail end of the pandemic. The war happened. We want to say that we are supporting everybody, but we should not forget the things that make us happy, the things that give us a reason to smile once in a while, no matter how mundane and stupid as it may be for other people. Yeah. There are still good things in life. And to start off that support of the good things in life, ladies and gentlemen, let us take a walk into the hall of great visuals and everybody's favorite activity in grade school. When your teacher says we will go to the auditorium, we will take you for a visual spectacle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all walk into the Nerditorium. Mga kaibigan, something to start off and make things a little bit happier at this point. We are going to be watching for the first time a trailer from the Dragon Ball superhero movie Superhero. I have not seen this trailer. I don't know if you guys have seen this already, pero pucha.
Guys, alam mo, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. I actually have all the Dragon Ball episodes from Kid Goku up unto the real Dragon Ball Z.
Fuck you. What with the real Dragon Ball?
I deleted GT for reasons. I deleted GT, and after nung GT, hindi na ako nakapanood ng Dragon Ball Super. Kaya I have very high hopes for this. I'm planning to watch the Super sometime soon. Kaya let's do this.
Yes, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ready, Captain Mike, give me your cue and I will play the thing. Let's all watch this for the first time and then we'll talk about it a little bit. This is a 1-minute video showing the official third trailer of Dragon Ball Superheroes. Let me know, Captain.
Very good to go.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, rolling. Ay, wait, may sounds ba?
Wala.
Wait, BJ, teka lang. Punta ko dun sa upper part, di ba may floating na panel dyan. Punta ko sa 3 dots sa options and you can share sound from there.
Okay.
Para hindi ka na mag-stop ng share. And you can also untick yung optimization para hindi masyadong choppy yung if it's there.
Okay ba? Piccolo.
Bata pa si Pan dyan,
Holy
no?
shit!
何者だ
Gohan is
正
angry!
義のために命令を実行するスー
My
パ
boy.
ーヒーローだ
Gohan.
ピッコロ
I
さん
knew it. He had it in him. I knew
もっ
it.
とすごいって思ってたのに
Oh, you fucking bastard! You heard Piccolo!
The first ever Super Saiyan to go Super Saiyan 2, my brother.
Let's ban! Let's ban!
ヒ
Yeah,
ー
yeah,
ロー
let's
の
ban.
出番だな
Bata pa si Pan dyan, eh.
たった今確信したどっちが悪か
This bastard kidnapped Pan. Oh, he's gonna fucking die.
見せてくれ本当の力を
Misetekure Hontoni Chikarao! Ah, show me your true
Ah, si
power!
Gohan, pare. Puta, ina. Oh, what's that?
ドラゴンボールスーパーヒーロー
Wait. Wait. What the fuck? Hold on.
Did you notice the Goku looking guy with a scar?
Wait. Hold on. Hold on, sons of okay, let's do this
Naano ko doon,
part by part. Teka lang ha. Okay, so that's
Gohan,
Goku, Piccolo.
That's Vegeta
Okay, so-
over there.
Gohan and Pan. Okay, he's wearing the Piccolo uniform.
yeah.
Wait, okay, so this is Red Ribbon. Okay, Red Ribbon yan.
Red Ribbon.
Yeah.
They're doing androids. Okay, they're doing androids.
Okay.
These
remember
are
the Gohan superhero costume? It looks very much like the ones they're wearing.
yeah. The Great Saiyaman.
Great Saiyaman, there you go.
Wait. Gusto ko makita kung sino-sino yung mga yan. Yung pa rin. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so umiyak si Pan.
Red
ヒー
Ribbon.
ローの出番だなかっこいいだろたった今確信したどっちが悪かご飯見せてくれ本当の力を
Super
Galit!
Saiyan 2, pare. Puta.
What?
No, did you
That's
see that? Did you see that?
Wait.
That's
Wait,
Broly,
wait.
man.
That's Broly. Broly's there. There you go. Yeah, I knew it. That's fucking Broly.
Diba? Which means that this could be connected to the previous movie, right?
Yeah.
お前たちをぶっ倒す
Oh, alam mo, I love how they're doing this now.
Okay, hold on.
Kasi if you remember the past the Dragon Ball Z movies, diba? Hindi siya ganyan eh. They somehow had connection pero they weren't really connected to each other. And seeing Broly here, ang ganda lang it might be na magiging connected na siya. All the movies for Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, hold on. How does this thing look to you guys? This sphere.
It's chamber, I think.
May
It's either the
nakakapasok
time
dun sa
machine.
loob. Hindi. Paano?
It's either a
someone
time
edited.
machine or a chamber.
There. Okay, hold on. Kaninong mata yan?
Mata?
Wait, si ano ba to?
Mata? Saan yung mata?
Yung mata na parang...
Tingnan mo yung mata niya. Look at his head.
Di ba yung parang
Cell.
cell?
Is this the time that let me fucking search this shit? Hold on. People are speculating Cell is gonna come back, but well, it would make sense because Gohan was Cell's enemy.
At siya yung nakatalo kay Cell.
Siya yung nakatalo kay Cell. He was made by Red Ribbon. And this chamber here
Na
was
may nakakapasok na
similar
tao.
to-
Nag-explode.
similar to how Cell was made. Although it was a tank at the time. Putang ina mo! Gohan! Tayo, misiti ko rin. Honto ni Chikarao. Tangina. I'm so happy. Fuck that shit, man.
Hindi ko nakikita si Cell though.
Hindi naman siguro nila papalabas lahat, di ba?
Right, but
Kasi there's
I
that
want you
one-
to take a look at
One second
the
Broly
first
lang.
cell. First the non-evolution cell.
Yeah. Yung
Hmm.
mata niya doon. Yeah.
I may be overreading this because I'm a fucking nerd and I love Dragon Ball. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. Pero ang ganda. I want to watch this. Go back up then, Mike.
Medyo na ako confused na ako ngayon post the Dragon Ball Super, no? Pero kasi hindi ko alam who's this character na pinapakita natin now.
That's a
That's
new
the bad guy.
character. That's a new
That's a new
character.
character.
Okay, so hindi siya pinapakita doon. So tutuloy nila yung ngayon there's this people from Red Ribbon. Tangina buhay pa rin tong mga to.
I'm
Nakita
glad
natin si
they
Wei-
picked Red Ribbon.
Nakita natin si Wiz ba yung pronunciation ng name?
Si Whis. Yeah, si Whis.
Wiz and who's that? Who's the cat?
Virus.
There you go.
So ano kaya magiging involvement naman nila dito, di ba?
I'm pretty sure.
Will they just
Training.
observe?
I think training.
Kaso ito eh. Kaso
Feeling ko training eh.
ito talaga eh. Wala nga. Asa na yan? Ito talaga yun eh. Ayun oh. Yung tragista may Broly.
Yeah.
So kaya magiging involvement naman niya ngayon dito.
At ang layo Ang layo nung kay Broly Kasi alam naman na, well, I haven't watched the Broly movie of Dragon Ball Super.
Bro, watch it.
Wait. Pero yung mga Broly movies before, hindi naman naglaban si Gohan pati si Broly. Trunks,
Well,
yes.
there was a Dragon Ball OVA. It's called Bio Broly, where a clone of Broly came back. Malaki na si Gohan. Tapos nandun si Goten tsaka si Trunks, yung batang Trunks, and they fought him. And they could not believe that, he's still back and he's still that strong. Pero that Broly is no longer canon. It's this Broly.
Oh, yeah.
Ito na yung tunay na Broly. And if this takes
Actually, maganda nga yung paggagawa nila kay Broly kasi they humanized him.
Yes,
Before kasi they made him so, like a legend na sobrang invincible na
mindless.
Na mindless na kailangan pang kunin lahat kukunin ni Goku lahat ng puwersa ng mundo literally para lang makakuha siya ng malaking Genkidama po na. Para lang matalo si Broly na niyakap niya lang.
Alam mo yung kwento no, yung kung bakit galit na galit si Broly kay Goku. Alam niyo yung kwento nun?
No.
Ako nakalimutan ko na.
So the reason why he gets triggered into the legendary Super Saiyan version niya, nung narinig niya yung pangalan ni Goku na Kakarot. Kasi nung bata pa sila, tatlo sila magkakatabi dun sa, yung pad, di ba pinapalayas yung mga weak. Iyak nang iyak si Goku. Tapos nabubwisit siya nung bata siya. And all he could hear was Goku's whining. And that made him resent Goku a lot. Which is a stupid story.
Stupid reason.
And then when he hears Kakarot, kaya puro siya Kakarot eh. Kasi na-ingrain sa kanya yun nung bata siya. Ngayon, itong Broly na to, he's really, just a misunderstood super strong.
He has a story now.
Saiyan, yeah.
Kasi before, ginawa lang sa kanila, legendary Saiyan lang si Broly. Now, he has a story now.
Right. Whew! I am definitely watching this. I would rate this trailer probably, in terms of excitement level, siguro, I'd give it close to an 8 or a 9. Kasi wala pa akong masyado nakitang, and that's just me, I'm biased towards Dragon Ball, sorry. Inaamin ko naman bias ako sa Dragon Ball. Cel-shaded animation, ang ganda eh.
Ito mo talaga na may work talagang nagawa na through this, no? Ako, as someone naman na who enjoys watching anything I can watch, I can say na this is something na kung makialam dyan. Hindi, all I can say is, syempre ako excited din ako to see and learn more from this. Kasi nakikita ko yung, mabilis na to, it's a 1 minute hindi mo pa nga to nape-play in slow-mo eh. Baka mamaya may mga na-miss out pa nga tayo dun sa kasi masyadong mabilis. But for me, it's something to look forward to.
I definitely don't miss anything.
Dude, you have got to watch Broly. Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then watch the whole the whole Dragon Ball Super arc. From the time it started hanggang doon sa Tournament of Power. I mean, GT was bullshit, but they're retconning it right now. So hopefully this one will not disappoint. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Nerditorium. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Type in the comments what you think and feel this movie is going to be and how it's going to be like. Let us know if you liked it, and we'll play you more of these things. But kicking things off with that there are still things that are very much positive in life. We are only 3 months into 2022, and we're already we're already at a point where there's so many things that we can I don't think we can be. I wouldn't say be happy about too much because of what's going on around the world. Pero this can be
Appreciate.
something
We can appreciate.
we can
Basically.
appreciate this at the very least. Things that are
Ah.
things that have made us smile, things that has made us happy, despite all the tomfoolery and tomfuckery that's happening around the world. So we're gonna put that on our spotlight for tonight. Things that are happy, the greatest and the latest of 2022. Yeah, man.
Yan. It's
Starting off with Dragon Ball. There are so many things that were announced in the first 2 months. Announced, given, dropped, released. The most prominent one, definitely. I'm pretty sure Chino would agree with me. I'm pretty sure Joshua would agree with me. Elden Ring was one hell of a fucking game that got released. To say the least, that is an awesome thing.
Sabihin ko lang, I have to be honest. I haven't played much of Elden Ring. Bakit?
Bakit?
Kasi sobrang dami kong backlogs. And I'm currently finishing Horizon Zero Dawn again, as I said before. Currently finishing Horizon Zero Dawn again. I finished Nier Automata. I have 3 endings, and I don't really care for all the other endings. Pero I'm trying to finish that. If I get into Elden Ring, and naglalaro ko konti-onti, I may have a lot more backlogs than before. So
I'm sure.
kasi iniisihan ko lang eh.
Brad, the entire time nandun ako, Brad, isang beses lang kami nakapaglaro ng Pokemon Unite neto ni Joshua. The entire time I was playing fucking Elden Ring.
Yeah, definitely. Ngayon, alam mo ginagawa ko? I'm preparing. Like in Cobra Kai when bad example Cobra Kai kasi di ako masyado nanonood ng Cobra Kai. Pero like a disciple in training, I am preparing for a battle.
Yes.
I'm reading up on anything Elden Ring. I'm watching videos. And man, I'm loving, kahit sa pagbabasa lang, I'm loving Elden Ring. Damn it.
Nice. Ikaw, Captain, I know you haven't played Elden Ring yet. I certainly haven't, but I've seen it played out in front of me. Ikaw, so some of the things that you might want to mention from 2022, what would they be?
Something in 2022. Basta nila, obviously.
Nailabas or nai-announce or nasabi, naipakita, na-tease, ganun. So far. I mean, January and February, loaded no? If you think about it, it's those months are loaded with shit that we didn't expect that we got. For you, ano yun?
That would be yung pag-launch na ng Steam Deck where Gabe was handing it out to the to the ones who purchased it. So yung Steam Deck for me is a game changer of sorts, lalo na ngayon sa portable gaming kasi marami ka nang pwedeng gawin dito, just like we discussed earlier in our news.
Marami ka nang gawin dito, pwedeng gawin dito na maikukulong ka ng Nintendo. Yes, check.
I don't wanna go that route, pero syempre, that's obviously good news for me. Kasi alam mo ngayon, sasabi natin na the hardware in gaming, di lang yung mga consoles lang. Syempre, we're obviously into the portable gaming race. Then it's a good it's a good announcement. It's one of the best announcements for me.
Nice. So it's a Steam Deck, no? Actually, ayos nga yung Steam Deck. I mean, given the capabilities that it has, not just in emulation, of course, but the games that it could play. I saw, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw like a video of God of War being played at 30 or 60 FPS. I don't know if it's legitimate or not, pero you're playing your Steam library on the go is a great thing. Maybe I'd like that. Ngayon, ang nilalaro ko sa Steam library ko is on the go is Fallout Shelter lang. Kinain pa ako ng mga death claw kanina. So pinatay ko na.
Pambira ka Sa dinami-dami na sakit ng ulo pwede mong kunin, yung pa yun na mo.
Syempre, masarap yun but for me, probably one of the best things that I experienced for 2022 in terms of gaming was First off, it's the adventure to get Arceus. Again, maraming salamat, Noch, for helping. Although it wasn't mine, the ordeal of looking for it, parang nabuhayan ako eh. Kasi it gave me that feeling of looking for a game all over again when we were kids. You know, when I remember when Double Dragon came out, Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon 2, Famicom, Super Famicom, sorry, not Super Famicom, Family Computer.
Family computer.
Inikot namin yun eh. Inikot namin yung Glorieta, yung Rustans, yung SM. Sa Rustansa kami nakakuha. So, looking for that game, you know, my brother and I would go to three different malls, all on foot. Alam mo yun?
On
And that
foot?
was
Saan yung pangatlo?
on foot. Magkakatabi lang naman.
sapatos.
Ha? Hindi. We're kids. We're hobbits. We're like Sam and Frodo. Sorry, Bilbo and Gollum. I leave you kung sino yung Gollum.
Magre-reklamo na
Pero-
naman yan si Trickster sa comment.
Kasi nakapunta ka sa kanya yung ring eh. No? Pero anyway, nung nag-ikot kami, it was such a fun ordeal that although nakakapagod, the excitement of getting it just for a game that you really, really love really rekindled something in me. You know, that was really fun. Before I ask you more based on the category, sabi ni Joshua pala, fuck off, I love the Dark Shenrons in GT. Well, that's the only thing you liked. That's the only thing likable about other than, you know, Super Saiyan 4 and Gogeta, you know. I've only ever found, this is in relation to Elden Ring. I've only ever found one bullshit mini boss fight, and I fought a lot in Elden Ring. Though I feel like I shouldn't have stepped in one area early. Oh, this is Captain O'Neill and the Scarlet Rat. Spoiler alert. Sabi ni, si Sir Brian Lim, boss
Yan. Ang
Boss
gaya
Blim.
ng Pinas.
Gana Pinas. Ako, wala pa, dami ko backlog. Simulan niyo na, mga kaibigan. Simulan niyo na. Sige.
Naka-install lang yung Elden Ring sa akin. Okay lang dyan. Teasing me, you know. Telling me to, you know,
Sakay na. Super friendly. Sakay na. Sige. Simulan natin pare sa let's comb through the communities and the geekdoms and the nerd pyres. Simulan natin sa comics pa. One thing that I was really excited about that was announced was the JLA versus JLA / Avengers reprint.
Yep. The reprint.
Hype ako doon pare kasi nabasa ko yun eh. I've actually seen that before, and apart from my Death of Superman compilation comic book na 500 lang binili namin dati, imagine how much it would be now. I'm pretty sure the original print would skyrocket at this point kasi may reprint eh, di ba?
Reprint.
Pero in the realm of comics, that would be something I'm very thankful for. But what about you? What about you guys? Sige, ikaw Noch. So, ito maraming binabasa to eh.
Alam naman ako, late ako magbasa na, late na ako talaga sa comics. I mean, sobrang layo. Pero of course, for all the comic book news that I've read so far, aside from GLA Avengers reprint, now we promise to, you know, hopefully get a copy of.
Hopefully 7,000 only in the world.
Yep. Excited ako dun sa Death of the Justice League in April. That's coming out in April.
Ay, oo nga pala.
They're finally going to do it. They're going to kill the Justice League, and it's going to be leaving a big scar in the DC comic book universe, definitely. Now I realize kung bakit they're introducing these new superheroes. There's a new Aquaman. We have John Kent. There's a new Batman coming. There's a new Batman, right? There's actually a new Wonder Girl that's out. No, marami. And they're actually ramping up stories of Teen Titans. So I think this is in preparation for that. And I'm not saying that they're going to create another Justice League team. I don't think so. If they do, I don't think it'll work. But definitely they're going to be cooking something up that involves these new superheroes. Another one, let's go DC muna before Marvel. No, another one that I've actually been hearing about, actually galing kay Captor, is the Trial of the Amazons. Of course, this is the first crossover for Wonder Woman in 30 years, and it's very promising kasi yung sa mundo ng Wonder Woman comic book, 'di ba? Marami nang naiba eh. Aside from having the new Wonder Girl, Nubia now is the Queen of Themyscira.
Talagang binabrush up mo yung DC mo. I love it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy.
Of course. Sobrang layo ko pa. Pero I mean, reading these kind of news, reading the updates, it keeps my, it keeps my passion for comic books alive talaga, and keeps me curious talaga curious enough to read the old stories up to the new ones. No? So, another one that I liked is there's going to be a new superhero for DC. I don't know if you can call him a superhero, but basically it's the Monkey Prince. If you've heard of it, the Monkey Prince. Di mo gusto yun, alam ko. Pero ako, I love lore. I love legends, and I actually love Journey to the West, the Monkey King saga, and it looks it looks good. It's good. Looks promising.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Sun Wukong.
7 issues lang siya, man. Just give it a go.
I
12 issues, rather.
I would like to see how it turned out. Pero yeah. Okay, sige. Well, I'll hold my peace.
And lastly, there's a lot of comic books coming out. That's in regards to the War for Earth 3. This, of course, War for Earth 3 heavily involves the Teen Titans here.
War for Earth.
And then the Suicide Squad. So maganda yung mga nangyayari ngayon sa DC, and I hope this really helps them stand up again from whatever they lost. Marami pa. Ay, alam mo yung pinaka hindi ko lang nagugustuhan kay DC. Sobrang pilit na pilit yung pag-insert nila ng mga political
relevant correctness. Anyway,
social justice warriors, these guys. Anyway, yeah, DC. For the side of Marvel, ito medyo mas Marvel kasi ako. No. We have a new Iron Fist coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
New Iron Fist coming out. Danny Rand is my guy, pero you can't really keep Danny Rand for so long. Sobrang tagal niya na. And I mean, kung nagkaroon nga ng bagong Sorcerer Supreme after Stephen Strange, pangalawang Sorcerer Supreme na nga itong bago then why not, di ba? Why not Iron Fist? Meron na nga bagong Captain America, di ba? I mean, with Falcon. I'm excited for Destiny of X. Only because...
Sorry, what?
Well, not only... Destiny of X.
Ano
because... this is a new upcoming arc for X-Men.
Okay.
And this is heavily related to the X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverine. I haven't read it. I haven't read these comic books, X Death and X Lives, but I'm really excited for it. I'm currently still on Dark Reign. Nasa Dark Reign pa lang ako, mga kaibigan.
Kaya mo yan.
Pero yeah, I'll be there. I've read these comic books before. Nabasa ko na yung Avengers versus X-Men, pero I'm reading it again, to brush up before I move on to the newer ones. Everyone knows there's going to be a new Punisher series that's coming out. Comic books, mga issues. Nagkaroon ng bagong logo si Punisher. No? Alam mo
I just want to say one thing about it. Like, do you know that they're gonna take away his guns?
Yeah. At pagiging samurai siya, partly.
I know. Marvel, why? Well, I don't know. It's probably Marvel's stance against guns. Their anti-gun stance. Which, I understand that, they're taking a step.
Sobrang stupid nun.
But why take out the guns from Punisher? It's like telling me that War Machine would not have guns. Diba? It's this, or you know what? Tell you this. They would turn Professor Xavier stupid. Academically disadvantaged.
They almost did,
curious ako
remember?
doon, pero
Oh.
bakit nila ginawang parang samurai na lang si Punisher? I mean, there
Yun
must
nga,
be
yung stand against guns. Eh. Kasi, ganito yun. Punisher has been so out of the Marvel world for so long.
Until
and
Netflix, Until Netflix.
Okay, yeah.
And they decided to revamp Punisher with the introduction of a new logo, a new side of Frank Castle that we have not seen before. And apparently, naging samurai siya. Samurai siya with two swords. No? Ang weird lang. Kasi we've known Punisher to be this more than a badass,
He's the quintessential
Chaotic.
anti-hero. Chaotic neutral to eh.
Sabi ko chaotic evil pero sige, baitan mo.
Anti-hero naman siya eh.
Anti-hero nga pala siya. Yeah.
He kills bad guys, shoots them, executes them. Because dun yung motivation na sa pamilya niya. His family was gunned down. That's why he guns other people down. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Tsaka yung logo, can somebody please? I just saw the logo
No,
na.
I don't like the logo.
Naninibago ako. Parang
Bakit ang logo?
ginawa
Anyway,
mong alien.
let's move on to something better.
Yes, please.
DJ, I'm sure alam mo na to. The Avengers, the X-Men,
Oh yeah.
and the
Oh,
Eternals.
Oh yeah.
Judgment Day. One of the
Judgment
biggest arcs that was going to be happening in 2022. Putang ina.
Oh,
So
yeah.
excited for this. Actually, pipilitin ko na tapusin lahat na kailangan ko tapusin. Then let's move on to Judgment Day.
Right.
Tapusin na nila lahat na Eternals. Kill them all. That's
Right.
what
That's their way of trying to salvage what the movie is.
And what
But-
Infinity Comics did.
Infinity
You know?
Comics.
Yung Marvel Comics na Infinity series.
Marvel
Yeah.
Infinity. Yeah.
What
Yung Eternals comic comic books nila doon. It was from the movie. So, Salma Hayek, Icarus bullshit. They're all there.
Trots.
So,
Nice.
Judgment Day.
Definitely.
Pero for those who are just new to the like myself, no, yung Judgment Day, why is it important? I mean, for someone like you, who reads this as a pastime.
Ito, I have 3 reasons for you, Kappa.
Okay.
Actually, I have 4 reasons. Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Bugbugan.
Bugbugang galore.
It's a bigger Avengers versus X-Men scale.
Okay.
Bigger. Kasi you've never heard of the Eternals crossovers with Avengers and X-Men. And ngayon lang ulit, alam mo, yung actually, the Eternals comic books, they weren't really that popular.
Okay.
No? Because of the movie, medyo
People are not taking interest. Oo.
And that's why, sabi nga ni BJ, this is Marvel's way of reintroduce, well, hindi naman reintroducing, pero basically involving Eternals to the world of the more popular Marvel characters or groups rather, Avengers and X-Men. Diba? So that's how it is. If you're going to ask me about the story, I don't know yet. But definitely,
So sit down, boys. I'll tell you what it's about. I won't spoil anything.
Laman na.
But basically, the mutants nowadays, and this is
I
also
need
for the
some
benefit of
whiskey with this.
Yeah. The mutants nowadays have begun to emerge as the dominant species on Earth. They have simply because of Krakoa, and they've found immortality. If you die, you just get your conscience transferred, and then they've become immortal essentially. So there's no wiping out the mutants. There's forget what happened.
Alam mo ba na the idea of their immortality? I read it somewhere in
Why
that.
is it important?
It started from
for
there.
someone like
The Terrigen mists.
The Terrigens. There you go. Kasi in humans, we're actually mutants. There you go.
Yes.
Let's go, laddie. Let me hear the story of your kin.
So now you have the X-Men, who's definitely the leading party of the mutant kind, right? And they have Krakoa. They're establishing themselves as a dominant species of Earth, and the fucking Eternals learned about this.
Fucking Eternals.
And found out something. Ito yung kicker, pare. Found out something close to a prophecy. They found out a little bit about the prophecy. That it has something to do with mutant kind. Okay, I'm struggling to not word this out. Pero
sige na, go. It just keeps me more, interested.
Basically, mutants are linked to doomsday, to the doom of the world, and the Eternals are coming to stop them. Right? The Eternals are at least trying to come to do something about it. Now,
which they haven't done for so long now.
Correct, because they've been laying dormant there. Okay. So now get this: the Avengers come in because they recently tangled with the Celestials, right? And right after that conflict with the Celestials, it puts them in the middle of the mutants and the Eternals. And of course, they're trying to peacekeep and shit. And why can't we get along? And again, war is never good. But it seems like they will have to put down both the Eternals and the X-Men in order to save the Earth.
It's going to be weird for Wolverine all over again.
and the funny thing is, have you seen the promotional poster?
Well, I'm seeing a poster with Icarus versus Captain Marvel.
There is the poster for Judgment Day, where Icarus and Cyclops is on the left, Icarus is on the right, Captain America is in the middle, and they're all triangled up together, right? And here comes the war. So
I'm seeing it.
You saw it? Yeah. And the worst part is, it's not just the X-Men heroes that are going to be involved in it. Even Sinister is part of this thing. And when Sinister is where Sinister is, Apocalypse is never far behind. Remember that. So ayan na. I mean, that's the general synopsis.
That's the answer right there. It's Apocalypse.
Well, you don't know. But
I do know.
Nakita mo yung Frozen Celestial sa background. Oh,
wow.
So I mean, that's what it is, and we're very excited for that. I know it's just a ploy for Marvel to hype up the Eternals, but I really just wish that this is exciting for me and for Chino, of course. No, kita niyo mga kaibigan, titig na titig po si Chino, hindi na po nag-participate sa podcast.
Sorry. Tinitignan ko kasi yung poster.
Meron pong nangyayaring forensic analysis.
And actually seeing a lot of Eternals from the movie. I'm seeing. I don't know this new girl with the Avengers. A new costume for Thor. Of course, Magneto's white costume over there. I'm seeing 2 Cyclops.
The Cyclops, diba? And that's again, that's Cables at the back.
Cables at the back.
Apparently,
supposedly dapat patay na si Cable.
Right, and Wolverine is on the side of the X-Men this time. Nakita mo?
Yeah, I'm seeing his claws.
There you go.
Mystique is there as well with Emma Frost.
So I hope, Captain Mike, it gave you a little bit of a background, as to what it is. Imagine mo na lang yan. Tapos imagine mo, they adapt it in the MCU. Putang ina.
With the launch kasi nung Eternals na movie, and Chino obviously was a bit bit disappointed dun sa movie.
Bit is an understatement.
A bit.
Fucking hated it.
A bit.
I mean, compared to your Cole Young, at least that felt a bit disappointing.
Right. Well, okay, that makes sense. Sige.
Yun yung gusto ko ngayon malaman kung masasama to sa MCU in the future, then well and good. Pero again,
You still have yet another reveal from Stephen Strange.
Well, I doubt they're going to be showing this in this scale in the future. And sabi nga ni Kevin Feige, Endgame is basically the end of the Avengers. With Bruce Banner or Mark Ruffalo basically saying that dito sa upcoming She-Hulk series, he's basically handing over the banner, so to speak. And ang dami. Ito yung nakikita ko dyan in regards to MCU. And of course, this is just my opinion based on as a fan. No? Definitely, we'll be seeing a lot more series to come. Meron pa tayong Secret War. Secret Invasion. Sorry, Secret Invasion. May Secret Invasion tayo. There's still a lot more.
Right.
Movies.
Okay, pala. Skrulls pala yung Secret Invasion.
There's going to be a lot more movies for the MCU, definitely, with Moon Knight coming in. There's a fourth Spider-Man movie, and there's a possibility for another Spider-Man movies from Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I think more on Andrew Garfield. Kasi nga with their appearance in the MCU movie, ibig sabihin nun, they can also be used to create to produce another movie within the MCU. Which of course lalabas diyan yung mga Spider-Man crossovers. That's possible, that's possible. Especially with the multiverse going all bonkers on us. We still have the Fantastic Four. We still have the X-Men. And again, I don't think Avengers will be reappearing, without Tony Stark, without Steve Jobs. Without Steve Jobs. Pero definitely, definitely Bucky will be there. The Falcon will be there. And Captain Marvel will be there. Basta marami pang mangyayari, pero definitely no Avengers.
True. Sa gaming naman tayo, pare. Ay, wait. Bago pa tayo mapunta sa gaming, there's one more thing I'm really looking forward to in terms of print media, and that is, of course, a project that I'm very much personally involved in.
Hey.
Tablay, the graphic novel, is releasing by the end of 2022. Nakita niyo yung art, ang tindi, pare, ang tindi ng art. Shout out to Apolonio Dross. Ang lupit ng artwork ng mga mechs na ginawa niya.
Galing, pare.
And there's quite a bit of a change in the story. A little bit. So if I were you guys, I'd read the novel now so that you can see the difference when it comes to the graphic novel. The graphic novel comes out later this year, 2022. It was just, the official announcement was released this year also. So that's definitely something to look forward to. So, ang lupit, pare, lupit nun. Ang ganda ng art.
I feel that's just the start for Tablay. With pag no novel, diba? And then there's a graphic novel. My prediction, baka nga mamaya lumabas sa TV, and for all we know.
Sana Netflix, haha. Wink.
I know. Sorry, I know. Patapos na tayo sa comic books, pero I just can't hide my excitement over Immortal X-Men. I mean, damn it, ang ganda ng poster, ang ganda ng poster, and basically.
What is the Immortal X-Men naman ngayon?
Well, basically it's the comic book. It's the comic book that details their immortality, and it focuses on. Kasi ito.
That's for everyone, every X-Men, you mean?
Yeah. Kasi
Okay.
ito, the mutants are now in Krakoa, which is a
Yes.
living island na
Living Island.
kinalaban ng X-Men in their
Nung una, yun ang kalaban
earlier
nila.
years. Oh, actually,
Oh.
doon lumabas si Wolverine at first. It is his
Yun ang
story.
dahilan. Kaya
Yun ang
nagkaroon ng
dahilan.
giant size X-Men.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, there's the governing body now in Krakoa, which involves the X-Men, of course, and the Brotherhood of Mutants, which includes, of course, Sinister. And with Sinister, nothing can ever go smooth with Sinister, and you have Mystique in the background. Pero anyway, like I said, sobrang lupit nito kasi there's a lot of chaos that's going to be happening. A lot. And this is the X-Men that I love. Come on. Let's do this.
Ganto yan. Parang ganto yan. 2 joints.
2 joints,
Sasti.
motherfucker.
2 joints, boys.
2 joints. Pero solid. I mean, ako honestly, I medyo nag-steer away ako sa X-Men because they were very chaotic. Lalo na nung start ng Utopia. Well, for the sake of Mike, no? Utopia is basically the story kung saan sabi nila there will be one mutant that will be born. Meaning mako-conceive siya na mutant na siya.
Right.
It's,
right.
And that's Utopia. Yun.
Yan ang kaya magbasa kayo
Si
mga
Hope.
comics, pal.
Si Hope.
Hope
Yeah,
Summers.
Si Hope Summers. And anyway, going
And
back
Cable,
to
that means Cable is gonna be coming closer again, as you saw in the poster. It's there. You know.
Yeah, but going back to that, X-Men has been so chaotic. Manifest Destiny, no, basically wala lahat. Actually, simula pa lang na House of M, wala na. Medyo gumulo na yung X-Men and the whole mutant kind, and with Utopia and Manifest Destiny and everything else. Tapos dumating Avengers versus X-Men. And then came Krakoa. And then doon na sila nagsusimula ulit. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this. Sorry, sobrang geek ako sa comics. I spend 3 hours just fixing my comic books or just, getting comics.
Or cataloging the comic books.
Yeah, that's it. There you
Putting
go.
them in their folders. Okay, sige. Okay. Gaming naman tayo. I mean, this has been a huge part of our lives anyway. Let me start with the Nintendo Direct. The Nintendo Direct reveals. Fucking crazy, man. The latest one, Pokemon, just finally got their latest expansion games. Kaka-release lang. I mean, that's so weird. Tama si Gino. His biggest complaint about this release is that they just went out with Legends, Pokemon Legend Arceus, and here comes a new set of games. Scarlet and Scarlet and ano ba yung bago? Violet and Scarlet. Nakalalabas pa lang ng Legend Arceus, meron ng bago. And that was just one hell of a reveal for me. Chrono Cross and the remasters are such a huge thing for me because I played them in the PlayStation and the new ones. And then, of course, the obscure title of Advance Wars. Dahil isa pang 2 joints yan, pare. 2 joints yan. Advance Wars. And of course, the Street Fighter 6 review. Again, we're huge Street Fighter fans. Hindi man ako pro gamer, pero support tayo dyan. Apart from the fucking logo, that was a problem by a lot of people. Yeah, now those are mine. Kayo, Cap sa'yo, Cap, gaming.
Dami kong
What are you thankful for?
pagpipilian, pero I am thankful for the day before and yung The Prince of Persia remake that they're going to be announcing this 2022.
Prince of Persia remake. Talaga?
Remake.
Remake ng
remake.
Sands of Time?
Sands of Time.
Talaga. Bra. Ay, talaga ba?
It's a remake, not a port lang na Now they're saying it's a remake.
They're remaking. Right.
So, I found this out while I was browsing through the over your ears, BJ,
Oh.
the Epic Game Store. Look at that
At
face
least
of
they
that
have a
face.
cart.
Why do you hate Epic Game Store though?
Okay, first off, just to briefly answer the question. Number one, they started the whole crusade of trying to trump off Steam. Fucking Tom Sweeney started the whole thing to trump Steam because they
That
don't
doesn't
want to.
concern you.
Well, of course it does because I've been using Steam for all my life.
That
Number
doesn't
two,
concern you.
number two, okay, number two. They also took it out on Apple. So
Oh yeah, because of
and,
the
and
Fortnite thing.
because of the Fortnite thing, and the hypocrite wouldn't even add until recently a shopping cart. So like a little like a little inky monkey, I take the free games but still say no thank you to them. So yeah, that's briefly answering the question. I hope you
That
for
doesn't
more
concern you.
for more evil and this, please I refer to my ever so bigot brother to explain why. Anyway, go ahead.
Yun na,
Please.
gusto ko makita paano ngayon in the modern day graphics and effects kung paano nila gagawin tong Sands of Time na to as a remake. Manigurado maraming surprises na lalabas dito. Also yung next inihintay ko that will be released on June 2022, the day before. Now, doon sa mga nanonood doon sa stream ko and those who know me, I play the Division 1 and 2. So obviously it's a survival game. You eliminate enemies, collect weapons and so on. Pero the day before does parang you still eliminate your enemies and you survive, pero it's in a zombie setting and it's also New York. So parang isipin mo siya na it's the Division na parang wala na mga future tech kundi siya sa survival game set in New York City.
But this was announced, I mean, Prince of Persia was announced like a long time ago, and they did promise that it's gonna come out this year, right? Or was it a promise that okay, it might be coming in 2022 or 2023? Kasi alam ko matagal na tong na-mention eh. Pero I am very excited to see what it's gonna look like here if it does come out this year. Prince of Persia, shit. Ano yan? Classic yan eh. Apple II pa yan, pare. And then
Apple
I was able to play not the Apple II version, but of course the
PS2.
Hindi. The
Sands of-
original.
Sands of Time?
No, I'm talking about the title itself. Talking about
Okay,
Prince
okay.
of Persia.
Oy, Apple II.
Panahon mo yung Apple II.
Oo nga, kaya nga nakita mo ba nag-dispute pa ba ako?
Macintosh, 5.5 floppy pa yun, pare.
Yes.
But yeah, it's one of the classics. It's one of those gaming marvels, and has stood, pun intended, the test of time. Yeah. Okay. So that's yours for gaming.
The comment
ano
just
pa?
popped in.
Oh,
It very well does, sabi ni Trickster. Tim Sweeney comes in thinking he's the savior of PC gaming when he cowered that out and called the PC gamers are a bunch of pirates. Hoy! Grabe
yeah.
naman
There you
to.
go. There you go.
So you're saying that's not true.
Huh? Ano?
So you're saying that's not true.
What's not true?
That PC gamers are a bunch of pirates.
Well, all of us aren't. Well, not all of us are. with Manong Jerry smile at the end.
Para mo sinabi, I cannot confirm or deny your statement.
Oh, yeah. Standard MI7 response is I neither confirm nor deny the statements. I invoke my right for self-incrimination.
Yeah. In short, guilty as charged.
Just as I do not, and I quote, I do not own official Nintendo games in my computer anymore.
I don't have any Nintendo ROMs in my computer. I have legitimate games on my Nintendo Switch.
Mahaba yung ilong.
Pare, wala. Kampihan tayo rito. Walang laglagan dito.
Oo nga.
Tangina.
Kulad
Wala ata
to.
nalaglag eh. Buti ko talaga.
Hindi Okay, then sige. Maliban sa Elden Ring, gaming kasi. Ikaw Notch. Anong
Dami.
anong pinagpapasalamat mo
Yan.
na narinig at nakita at nakuha
February,
natin 2022?
February alone, we had the Elden Ring. Tayo na. Okay, hindi na February. Well, sige, sabihin natin, earlier in 2022, Pokemon Legends Arceus got released, and basically this is the next generation of Pokemon games. Kita-kita naman with Scarlet and Violet. It's also open world. Hindi semi, katulad ni Sword and Shield, open world. Well, yeah. Parang ganun. Basta anyway. Of course, Elden Ring got released. Dying Light 2 still got released. Horizon Forbidden West got released.
Oy,
And,
shout out pala kay Lee sa pagkakakuha niya ng kanyang PS5 Horizon Zero West, Horizon Forbidden West. He's the second person I saw that posted that, and the first one being Bitoy. So ibang klase talaga, rich kid talaga si Palits.
Rich kid talaga.
Rich
Di
kid.
mo ba
Hindi
yun?
mo na pagkaka.
You cannot
Yun mo, may
deny.
regalo, ganyan nakalagay. Tapos,
Of course, just to mention, of course, Gran Turismo 7 got announced. No?
Yes.
Got announced. We have, of course, Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
yes,
Interesado
Kirby!
ako, diba?
I'm gonna be a car.
Ghostwire Tokyo will be released next month. I'm going to be a car.
I swallow the car. I'm gonna be a car.
Dinami-dami ng pwedeng kainin ni Kirby, no?
Car.
Sasakyan pa yung
Ghostwire Tokyo is going to be released next month. This month. 25. March 25.
This month ba?
This month.
Okay. Pero,
yes.
sorry, is there a one favorite mo na talagang I will set all games aside just for this one game?
Apart from Elden Ring?
Ang hirap ng tanong mo. At marami pa akong sasabihin. Kaya mamaya.
Sige. Let's go list them out. Come on. I want to hear that.
I'm happy. I'm gonna be a car. Yeah.
I'm actually excited for Forspoken 2. It was announced previously lang, and it's going to be released this year, May. Hopefully.
What the fuck? Forspoken 2?
Forspoken lang.
Akala ko may 2 na eh.
Wala pang 1 eh.
Di ko pa nakikita yung game. Ginanto may 2 na agad.
Di ba magiging kotse ka?
Yes! I'm gonna be a car.
Be happy with that. Something I've been waiting for so long. Starfield's going to be released this year, pero November pa. Pero this year, pero November pa. For PC gamers, definitely. There's going to be a new Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers. Midnight Suns will be releasing, of course. Supposedly this year. Pero to be confirmed pa. Gotham Knights is also to be confirmed in 2022. Alam naman natin yung mga to be confirmed. There's a possibility ma-release pa yan by next year. Pero I'm keeping my hopes up kasi we also have Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Uy, isa pa yun. Tangina.
To be confirmed. Ang dami. Actually, marami. Hogwarts Legacy. Isa pa yun.
What?
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
Fucking Harry Potter is still a thing? Okay, I might be burned at the stake here, but I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter.
And you gonna say that.
Pop culture icon ka dito sa Pilipinas. Tapos hindi mo alam yung Hogwarts Legacy.
I didn't know because I didn't care. I'm a car.
Yeah, he didn't,
be a car.
care.
I'd rather be a car or a cone or a
Like
vending machine.
Like I said, dahil nanonood ka ng Sailor Moon, you're a bitch. Sabi nila, there's going to be an Avatar game, Frontiers of Pandora, that's going to be released this year. I doubt this. I highly doubt this.
With what happened to the Korra game, I doubt.
Pero I am expecting something, an update of sorts. Kahit a trailer man lang nalalabas for this year. to mention again, yung Suicide Squad is also to be confirmed for this
Kill
year.
the Justice
Kill
League.
the Justice League. It's gonna be something. You know, sobrang dami. But yeah, those are the games that I'm really excited for this year. Hopefully, ma-release yung iba. Now, to answer Mike's question,
Yes.
Starfield.
Oh.
Talaga?
Take away.
Oh.
Alam mo bakit?
Bakit?
Kasi the way they develop Starfield is the same way they develop Skyrim and Fallout.
Okay.
Meaning, it's going to be an open world game. It's an RPG, action RPG. The only thing that, yung medyo iba sa akin is I'm not a fan of sci-fi. I like Star Wars, but I'm not really a big fan. But I do like it. I don't like Star Trek. I didn't watch
That's
Firefly.
funny. That's funny because you like Fallout and you like fucking...
It's not sci-fi. It's not sci-fi. That's post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
On science. It's technically okay.
It's still not science.
What do you call that? The other one from Dragon Age. The other Mass Effect.
Yeah, exactly. Nagustuhan ko yung Mass Effect. Not the first one, but the second and third one, yes. Kaya nga I have high hopes for this. Kasi if they're doing this, and they're saying that this is Fallout and Skyrim in space.
Ayan, medyo...
Putang ina. Diba? Damn it. That's it. Yun lang. November pa yun, man. So marami pang lalabas. I mean, there's with all these games that are coming out this year, can't wait.
I'm already happy that Age of Empires 4 came out. I haven't been playing it recently, but when it did come out, shit, I'm waiting for the Japanese Civ to come out. Ngayon, Holy Roman Empire. Fucking Germans.
Oh, by the way, sasabihin ko lang to. Mabilis lang pala. Ito, Sifu came out, right?
Sifu.
Oh yeah, Shifu. Yeah, Shifu's good.
Shifu came out. Shifu was very good. Now they have Chinese voiceovers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and this would make the game greater.
And I think it would also answer the allegation of cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
You know that's a thing, right? Some people are saying that it's such a poor taste of cultural appropriation. Why can't I make a martial arts game anymore?
No. Ang point kasi dun is the setting is all in Chinese, and you don't even have Chinese voiceovers, right? And let's say if you take for example Persona.
True,
you can actually switch between English and Japanese. Ayun yung problema eh. I think that's a problem. And kaya nga na-excite ako eh. Kasi with the Chinese voiceovers coming in or already came in, it's going to be a little something new. Kasi mas maging authentic siya.
Parang gusto
They're going to speak in Chinese. You don't really understand, but you understand fists and kicks.
It gives it a more natural experience.
Yan. Kasi parang
mas
gusto mong panoorin yung anime na
exactly.
Japanese audio, English subtitle.
Ganon. Actually, that's basically it. I'm not saying na I don't watch English dubbed anime. I do. Lalo na pag I'm working, pero gusto ko may pinapanood ako anime on the side. I watch Naruto on English sub and One Piece. Pero let's say if I watch it, as in yun lang talaga ginagawa ko, I just watch it. I prefer it on Japanese audio, the original voiceovers.
Curious tuloy ako dun sa ano na yun. Sa Sifu na yun na Chinese audio, English.
Unfortunately, Sifu is going to be like, I don't know, Chinese dub. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be different. Magiging iba siya. In my perspective.
Right. Sinabi niya yung subtitle, buto naalala ko na naman si Piccolo. Alam mo, isingit ko lang you know why that line is very important? Gohan, sabi na Gohan,
Kasi sinabi niya na yan nung laban ni Cell.
Mishitero ko, Honto ni Chikara, show me your true power. That's always his problem. That's always his fucking problem. And when that line is said, that's when Gohan goes epic. Sorry.
Ang problema kasi kay Gohan is nung bata kasi siya, he's emotionally based. His powers is emotional.
Right,
diba?
right. Remember what he did to Raditz?
Oh.
Now, 4 years old. 4 years old.
Now kasi, ang problema kasi ngayon is, nawala na yung fighting spirit niya somehow. Because, alam mo na nangyari sa kanya eh. Chi wanted him to be a scholar, and which he did, so he didn't do any fighting. Kaya nga, nagkaroon siya ng superhero personality eh, di ba?
But not until
identity,
you hurt.
rather.
But don't hurt Uncle Piccolo, man. That's your problem, man. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Games, biruin mo, no? Just looking at it now, ano pa lang tayo, comic books, a little bit of the announcements on movies and shit. Wala pa nga masyado. We just mentioned the MCU and Spider-Man earlier. And comic books. Ang dami nang na-release pala, no?
Dami.
Ang daming, there's so many things for us to look forward to, so many things
just to mention a few things. Going across the pop culture world, no? We have the animes here, the final season for Attack of the Titans, of course. Na-release na yan. There's going to be a new arc for Demon Slayer, basically a new movie.
SWAT Cats, ayan, no? It's right
SWAT
there.
Cats has been announced also. And if you're going to look at movies alone, sobrang dami na, like Multiverse of Madness, di ba? Doon pa lang, dami na mangyayari. The Scream reboot got released. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jackass Forever got released. Of course, The Batman just got released, di ba? Well, Spider-Man got released
late
last year, but
late
late here in the Philippines, which was January. No, another one, of course, for TV shows, and I'm just saying these things na medyo interesado ako. Of course, Rings of Power, lalabas yan.
Halo. Thank you for mentioning it.
Halo, the Halo TV series. Apparently, a new TV series called Yellow Jackets rather, is making a trend. Peacemaker just got finished, and they said this is one of the best DC TV series ever. And iconically speaking, it's John Cena.
Yeah,
you can see him now, bitches. Diba?
Correct.
And these are just movies that medyo are easy to reach. We still have the Hulu TV shows. Pam and Tommy got released. In Netflix, the Kanye documentary got released. Ang dami. Sobrang dami. But there you go. Isa pa yun. Another, ang galing talaga ni Ryan Reynolds, pare. He just released, well, not just released, pero he released Red Notice sa Netflix. Tapos biglang after a few months later, he's going to be releasing Adam Project, March 11th.
This guy...
Oh, by the way, the new HBO TV series that's making a trend right now. That's starring who's MJ sa Zendaya. I forgot the series. Let me see. Let me do a quick check. There you go. Euphoria. It's on HBO.
Yeah.
It's on HBO.
Yeah.
It's making its rounds. Sobrang ganda raw. It has no sabi nila, no TV series has been this successful since Game of Thrones.
Really.
Diba? I mean, that's Zendaya for you, man.
I hope that they actually get the same rating and same feedback for Rings of Power Again,
Oh, yeah.
Lord of the Rings, pare. Second Age, Calibrimdor.
Alam mo,
You'll see
problema sa Rings of Power kasi they're going to be introducing new characters, new people, especially for those who are not aware of the
Correct.
lore behind
Correct. And
Fellowship of the
younger
Ring and the Hobbits.
younger versions of those that are already at least popular, like younger versions of Galadriel,
Exactly. Oh.
younger versions of Elrond and Gandalf and I don't know if Gandalf they even gonna feel he should be, but it's in the books.
I think he should.
Oh yeah, Cap. I
Really
doubt it.
no.
I highly
Really
doubt
no.
it.
I'm not surprised.
Puta, ina,
Oh, yeah, man. Putang ina, fuck.
Bleach ka, you got it.
Shit,
Yeah.
man.
1,000-year blood war.
Ito yung...
Mm. Oh, puta, talagang gearhead ka.
Do you doubt?
Right. Right. It's funny that we haven't mentioned Cuphead. I was very excited to
Oh, yeah. Isa
to,
pa
to
yun.
know
Cuphead. Yeah, I forgot that.
to know that Cuphead is going to have its own cartoon. Kasi we've always seen it as a cartoon ever since its release. Cuphead is a fun. If you guys are not familiar with Cuphead, I'm pretty sure you are. Pero don't expect any high level enjoyment. It's pure basic, unadulterated fun. And actually, somehow horror to eh, parang Rick and Morty. Pero I'm glad that they didn't go for the Adult Swim treatment of it. So maganda. It's still very, very, very faithful to the art. I want to watch it. I don't know if you guys have already watched. Have you watched Cuphead?
First
or-
episode pa lang. First episode. And I actually like it.
Is it good? Maganda.
It is. Ang ganda ng animation actually. Ang ganda ng animation. I mean, you're going to get a mix of nostalgia and, and yung modern animation. Ang galing lang talaga. Sorry. Siguro a good description of that would be you get nostalgic animation. Tama, nostalgic animation with modern antics.
Kasi it's a the way that they animated the game is it's based on 1950s cartoon. Pre-Hanna-Barbera yan eh. Mickey, Steamboat Mickey.
Steamboat
Yeah,
Mickey.
Steamboat Mickey. So, very old animation style. They faithfully recreated, which is nice.
So, sabi ni Stanley daw, nakamute daw ako kanina. So, just to give them a quick idea lang kasi medyo nag-ano okay. So, minute ko lang. Pero to answer the question, ang hinihintay ko is MF Ghost.
Ginugulo mo na naman kasi yung audio mo habang live tayo eh.
MF Ghost and then Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. Yan yung mga hinihintay ko ano. Thank you, Stanley, for letting me know.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot of things to take care of and to take in. No, I'd realize we haven't even talked about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in depth. Yung mga Easter eggs na recent na ano natin. All the other new releases and announcements that have been making circulation over the interwebs and on local TV also. it's ay natin iniinggit ako doon sa Dragon Ball eh. Saan mo nakuha yung Dragon Ball pala, Gino?
I have Super Saiyan 3 and
Is that
Super
SH
Saiyan
Figure
over there.
Arts? Is that
No,
SH?
no. It's,
What is that?
Figure-Rise standard. Figure-Rise standard
Wow.
lang.
Pero ang ganda, no?
Ang ganda. Actually, ito yung the-assemble eh. Kasi figure arts hindi eh. Diba? Pero, articulated pa rin siya.
Pla model yan.
Yeah. A pla model. I'm just missing an action base. Pero ang ganda lang, ang ganda ng mga poses niya. And actually, you mentioned figure arts kasi they just released a new Kid Goku sa Green Hills. Di naman just released na, pero yung kaibigan ko kasi bumili ng Kid Goku sa Green Hills, the figure arts. Sabi ko, putang ina, kailangan ko, I need to have it. So, I'm gonna have that. So,
Ganda.
Wow. Solid yan, bro.
mas lang na ganun siya. Tuntua talaga ako nung pinost ko siya.
We haven't even scratched the surface if you think about it. Ang dami nang biniscuss natin today. Ang dami pa nating hindi na babanggit na what to expect. And we're just on our 3rd month of the year.
And we're just entering the 3rd month. It's just the 4th of March. Right? 4 days into the 3rd month, we're just about to end Q1 of 2022. And so many things have already happened. And even though there are bad things happening in the world right now, I think what's really important is that we stay true to knowing that there are still good things out there. There are still things that are worth fighting for, and these things, no matter how simple it is to you, to other people, if you find something that's genuinely worth loving, that makes you believe that this world of ours is worth fighting for, and it's worth keeping, and it's worth staying alive. So anyone that challenges that, we would have to face together, as a people, as a community. And whether it's geek or nerd or general mainstream entertainment or whatever, know that as long as there's still one kid in here, dito, in the heart, no? As long as that kid still lives, all of these things, no matter how mundane it would be, still be a cause for you to smile. And that's what we're here for, yes. That's what we're here for, man. That's what we're here for. Here at G, we want to celebrate the things that make us all happy. Bring you back to the times when things were great, and look forward to times when things are even going to be greater. Perhaps siguro in the future, no official dates yet, but one more thing to look forward to is for you to join us in our next coming event. No official dates yet, but we are coming this summer. We'll have our new event coming. Pop Mug 2 is coming back.
Yeah.
We'll be announcing.
Sorry, all they have to do is just type in !notify, get us, follow us on our social media account.
Yes, sir. Just type in !notify, get the latest from G, and we will let you know of the next developing things that we will be doing. Oh, kita-kita tayo ulit in the future. Yeah. So for the things that we look forward to, again, we're very happy that you've shared with us. Just to let you know, guys, we are going to be selecting your names. We haven't forgotten about the raffle, though. We are going to be selecting names, and we will be giving away those titles as promised. Stay tuned. Just make sure that you follow and like the page so that you will know when, if you are, one of the people who will get a copy of This War of Mine in support of Ukraine. So thank you very much for those who share the interest. Now, before we close off the evening, I'd like to invite, of course, my panelists to give their message. This time it's a little bit different, just one message in support of what's happening in Ukraine. Your final thoughts, and of course, invite them to your socials and the next events that you're going to be in, starting with Captain Mike.
Para sa akin, war is never a solution. It's always when there is war, everyone loses. That's all I'm gonna say. And obviously, prayers on behalf of G, we're sending our prayers obviously to the folks who are in Ukraine. Please stay strong, and with hopefully malagpasan nyo rin to, because the human the human being is very very strong. The human heart is very strong. Yung para sa akin. Obviously, you can follow me at Captain Mike PH on all platforms. New content will be coming in starting Monday. Yan, will be doon sa mga nagpa-follow sila.
New content starting Monday. Eto na po yun, boys.
Yan, the folks from Coda Shop are here actually. Si Abby is here. Hi. Babalik na po tayo sa gaming. To those who are looking for me on my page, I will see you all on Monday with a new announcement. Yan. Shout out also to Kahulio and Lee Charles Dalena who dropped by sa page ko.
Yo!
Yun, and Ivy De La Puente also still watching. Yun. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Mike. Noch, your final thoughts, your thoughts to share in support of the Ukrainian people, and your final invite for the evening.
Para sa akin, I mean, again, prayers go out to everyone, to all the survivors, to everyone who suffered, the refugees who left Ukraine, who left their home to feel safe. Prayers goes out to you guys. I hope you feel safer wherever you are, and I pray again that I pray that this will end soon, no? Pero hindi lang Ukraine guys ang nagsasuffer. Marami. Sobrang dami pang mga balita na hindi pa natin alam. If you're not aware, Madagascar just lost 115 of their people because of a flood.
Calamity, man.
Very calamity talaga. And I don't think it's going to be stopping there. So try to be aware. Try to be more aware of what's happening in the world. Tandaan nyo na our world, yung mundo natin, doesn't end inside your room. It's actually outside. So we have to always be aware of that. And again, we may not be able to do anything physically, personally,
or immediately,
but spiritually is also helping out spiritually. You may not believe it, also helps. So importance lang is just be aware of what's happening in the world. And be kind to everyone without any reason. You don't need any reason to be kind. Anyway, guys, please follow our page, our G3 podcast on YouTube, G3 Projects on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Add us up, like, subscribe, whatever. We'll be posting. Of course, we're posting every day, news, highlights. We'll also be posting highlights of this podcast next week. So abangan nyo yan on our YouTube channel. And yeah, aside from that, that's it. Guys, thank you very much. Abang-abangan events. Face-to-face events is coming soon.
Yes.
Abang-abang lang.
Thank you. And again, just to echo what my friends, my comrades have parang mali. My friends have mentioned. I like what both Captain Mike and Noch said. I'll start off with the fact that if it doesn't happen to you, it doesn't mean that it's not your problem, right? That's privilege. The only reason it becomes a problem with you is if it happens to you personally, and that's wrong. Tama si Noch. She said that the world that we live in, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to stay in that bubble. We need to be aware. We need to be able to help out whenever we can. And as he said, we may not be able to be there with you physically or immediately, but spiritually and in our hearts, we're there for you. And it's good that we support each other. It may not be butterflies and roses all the time, but as long as you know that there's everybody around you supporting you and in touch with you, and you do the same, that's awesome. And again, war achieves nothing. War does not determine who is right, but only who is left. And that's a sad thing to think about anyway. But again, on the other hand, we have a lot to live for. We have a lot to be thankful for, a lot to be excited with, and a lot of things to watch out for the next coming episodes. This has been another episode of G3, Check out our YouTube, on Instagram, or Twitter. Look us up. There's a link tree there somewhere. Just click it and you'll be taken to a whole world of social media geekiness and nerdiness. This has been your host BJG, along with Captain Mike and of course Noch. We'll catch you next Friday, 9 p.m. ish, around same time Filipino time. We'll catch you soon. Thank you for joining, guys. Bye bye.